Right, good evening or good afternoon, folks, depending on where in the world you are. My name's Bruce. This is Game Therapy. It is the 23rd of July. And, yeah, I remember the date. Yeah, well done, me. And as I say, welcome to Game Therapy once again. My name's Bruce. I am tonight going to be Dust the Dark Elf. Highly inspirational name choice there, as you can tell. I'm just going to introduce you to the rest of the gang because although there are some familiar faces joining us tonight, we do have a rotating cast of appearances as it's a 1,000 insane worlds. We're actually on Game 11, Brendan, is that right?
Yeah, Game 11.
Yeah. So we are 1% through our 1,000 insane worlds. And tonight we're all going to be elves. I'm going to start off by introducing from Defenders of the Kobold, our friend Chuck. Hello, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, how's it going? I'll be playing Rugen Nimblefingers, the Elven Ranger. Yeah, he's a kind of cocky, bravado kind of guy. And yeah, Defenders of Kobold, live stream Twitch.
Awesome.
That's
Good
me.
to see. And making a return appearance on Game Therapy, we've got Raven. I mean, she commented on my cool room, but I think she's got the coolest banner in the background. I'm a massive Maiden fan. I should have said that before. So, welcome back, Raven. And who are you playing tonight?
Hi, I'm Raven from Canada, and I am playing the High Elf. Her name is Odin, O-D-E-N, and she is a little bit chachi. She likes Gucci type of elven wear, and she is a falconer.
Superb. Awesome. Joining me from the right side of the pond as well, although still a couple of 100 miles away, it's our buddy Nacho from Spain. How you doing, bud? Good to see you.
Hey, how you doing, Bruce?
Yeah, really good. So Nacho, I know you because you've been playing with us in Mike Curtis's fantastic war crawl game in the old Neutral Party. But introduce yourself, introduce the character.
Yeah, so as you said, my name is Nacho, and I'm be playing, I think it's the only character which is not an elf. It's a half-elf, mind you. His name is Davkas. He's a wayfarer, so he'd be wandering around the world and seeing what opportunities rise for.
Fantastic. Looking forward to seeing how that works out. And Christopher, last but not least, how you doing? Welcome back.
Well, thanks, Bruce. Yeah, it's great to be back.
Big thanks for dropping in at the short notice to help us out.
Very last minute.
God almighty. Yeah.
Finish some Daughter's Slime and hop right on. I am playing Jax, the Desert Elf Thief. He is reticent, and he's the luckiest backstabber you'll ever meet, maybe.
Fantastic. And of course, co-host or the host with the most is our good mate Brendan Nassau, the one and the only. Good evening, buddy. How you doing?
Good evening. Great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Great to see everybody online tonight. And I'm really excited to have everyone showing up for today's 1,000 Insane Worlds. This is World 11, as Bruce said. So we are officially 1% into our guaranteed goal. So I feel like we're getting there. You know what I mean? We're making progress. So it's wonderful to have everyone there. So let me go ahead and set the scene for tonight's adventure. When we start off, the 5 of you are in the magnificent palace of Princess Erlani. Princess Erlani is the actual daughter of the King of Elfland himself. And it is now time. You are the remainders of the 100 suitors who all came and tried to win her hand. And now you are the last 5 who are there. Now she is going to, so if you can picture it, she sits upon this great jade throne that has natural ivy like falling from the ceiling, sort of like ringing her around there. The walls are all beautiful marble, all of them carved and inlaid to look like you're actually on the, with tricks of perspective, making it look like you are all inside of this massive green forest that just goes on and on and on and on. All of your characters are sort of standing there at a respectful distance. Her throne is up on top of this dais. Her soldiers are all over the place, just the troops of Elfland, plus, there's a whole bevy of other allied creatures here. There are satyrs and unicorns, forest giants, nymphs, and all of them there. And the herald, her herald says, "Now," speaking in his perfect high elven, "now shall we hear from the last 5, and we shall ask of each of them, why should the princess take your hand? We shall begin with," and he looks down at his big long scroll there, he says, he kind of shakes his head. He locks eyes for a moment with Dafkis, and like Dafkis being here is a little bit of a scandal. Everyone is amazed that Dafkis the half elf wasn't cut right away, but he's an amazing hero with a reputation, and the princess didn't object to his presence. So even though it's a minor scandal was there, so he almost calls on Dafkis first, then he moves on. He says, "Let us hear from Rugen. Rugen, tell us why you should be the next king, the prince consort of the elves in the terrestrial world."
This is an easy one, my friends. My skill with a blade is unmatched. My skill in the woodlands is unmatched. And the maps I've made over my lifetime of travels will make a mighty addition to the libraries of Elfland.
All right. Well said. And they all you get a dusty round of clapping from all of the assembled elves, and you get a point of luck for coming up with your motivation for why you should get married. You take a luck point. He once again looks over everyone else and he says, next we shall hear from Odin. Odin, why should you be the princess consort and ruler of the terrestrial elves of this world?
Well, that's easy. I am also from a noble family, and I come from a good house, so we can unite the houses. And I also have 10 gems here that my family has decided to bestow as a gift to the royal family to allow this union to happen. And I also come from a falconer type of family, and this is one of the very few houses that allows females to be falconers, and we're renowned for that. So why not join a family that can help you get your future goals?
Well said. And there's again another round of dusty applause from the group there. Raven, take a point of luck for Odin. He once again looks out and looks just kind of like dismayed at the remaining choices he has. He has, let us hear from Jax.
Oh, mighty king of the elves, I am Jax the Lensmaker. My profession has given me sight beyond sight. I present you with a spyglass, some goggles, and a magnifying glass. All ways to expand our vision of what elfkind can be.
These gifts get passed around and admired. Ooh, very good. And the princess, she takes them all and she looks at them and she sort of nods over at you, and she says, well done, well spoken, Jax. Even though like you can tell the herald is like a little bit dismayed, but go ahead and take a point of luck for pulling that one off. He says now, and he looks and it's like literally the half elf left and the dark elf. He's like, what do you have to say for yourself in this matter?
Mighty king of the elves above, choose me, and we can forge together the mysteries and secrets of the Underdark, allying the two greatest races of elves, united as I believe it should be.
Well said. People kind of nod at this, and people realize that this would be a really important marriage. If you were to actually be the one, like this would actually be a very important alliance. So there's some support there, even though like you're probably the first dark elf to enter the palace in maybe 1,000 years, But there's some nodding and some smiling and things. It says, well, we have one final suitor to hear from. Dafkis, the part elf. Speak. You're on mute, Dafkis. You're muted. Half elf. Huh?
Bow deeply before the court. Say, my lady, my king, I have come far from far distant lands. I knew of your magnificence only through legend, and I had to appraise that for myself. Why should you choose a lowlife such as myself a half-breed, some of you say. Indeed, the elven folk are the true chosen of the gods, but I offer to bring to your life the excitement, the passion, the rashness, the impulsivity of humanity, which undoubtedly will take this court to new heights.
Yeah, like the court stands pretty much like stony, but you can see the princess kind of smiles like, all right, I can see that. And she even blushes a little bit like, oh, passion, huh? Well, yeah, all right. So, she's, the herald says, well, we have heard from all, and now, and the princess says, wait. And she stands up, and she walks to the edge of the dais. She almost seems to glide in her long gossamer gown that blows out behind her. She comes to the edge there, and she says, only the greatest of heroes shall be considered to be the next king of the terrestrial elves and the princess consort. I shall choose from those who return from this task, which I shall impart upon you this day. This says, I have sensed in dreams and in omens I have seen, whispers I have heard in the winds of the forest, a terrible threat to all elfkind has now begun to take root. This threat perhaps shall not endanger us for a year or 10 years or 1,000 years, but I would see it rooted out before then. I would see now, with the benefit of foresight, I would see it taken care of. I shall send you all with a ship, she says, to the War Chapel of the Eternal Forge. The War Chapel is a secretive place where they have put up mighty magical and divine protections to keep the prying eyes of my father away from what they are doing. But I fear that whatever it is that they do is an attempt to bring about the end of our race. You shall take my swiftest boat and go forth, and I will give you my swiftest boat, and I shall give you we shall take you to where the War Chapel is. The way shall be difficult, and some of you shall not return, but I shall choose Prince Consort from those who remain, who survive and return to me. Will you all do this for me? Will you perform this quest?
With great honor.
We will.
It will be my pleasure.
Excellent. All right. And she comes down, and she actually has gifts for all of you. And this is what she gets. She gives everyone gets 3 potions of healing. These are special elf potions of healing, and each one will heal back 2 dice of damage of your hit dice. She also gives you, for the group, she gives you a scroll. And this scroll is a specially inscribed single use of the King of Elfland spell Forest Walk. And once activated, it will actually return every one of you who remains at the end of the quest, will return all of you here to the palace. And she also says, I have this. And she holds up her hand and blows a leaf. And this leaf literally like flows over to you. One perfect leaf from a maple. And it sort of like, it hovers in front of you, and then it lands in your hand. Whoever, actually give me a luck check. Roll D20, roll low under your luck. See who it actually goes to.
2.
2? How many did you beat it by with a 2?
12.
12, beat it by 12. So, so Jax, that leaf like winds up right in front of you and lands in your hand. And she says, this is the telling leaf. Put it into the air, and it shall always direct you towards the source of the danger to my father and to our people. Go now. There is not much time. I sense that within if this is not settled within 1,000 years, it could spell the end of our race. So you are all escorted out of the palace through the magnificent city of the elves and down to the river where there is this amazing boat there. The boat, it's a wooden 3-masted ship, fully crewed, but it's obviously stylized with like a swan. And all of you are sort of like, put there upon it and such. Before each one of you gets on board, the princess quietly speaks a few words into each one of your ears. That might come up later. But you were each given a secret throughout all of this. So it is now. So fast forward. This journey takes weeks. You guys sail across the. You guys sail across the ocean to a far-off continent. Then you find yourself going into this inlet. You're going farther and farther north, and it gets colder and colder as you are making your way there. But finally, you actually come to a huge. You come to the fjords of this place. Okay, and sort of like go up there. These amazingly mighty cliffs that are all up there at the edge, and you can see at the top of the fjords, amongst the trees up there at the top of it, some 1,000 feet above. You see there's this huge, big armored temple that is set there at the edge of it. And the captain of the boat says, that is the war chapel of the Eternal Forge. That is where our enemy is. Best of luck to all of you. He bows. And you sort of are able to disembark right there at the bottom. Like when you get off the boat, you're literally at the bottom of this fjord. So you're like looking up this cliff face that's going straight up.
Sorry, we're looking at what that goes straight up?
Cliff. It's a fjord. So you guys are there. No. Yeah, you're looking at this huge cliff. At the very top of it, you can actually, from where you get dropped off, you actually can't see the chapel itself from here because it's too high up. The angle is almost straight up.
So I asked him, how do we get from here to there?
He says, that is up to you. You must find the best way to make it there. But the queen trusts in your resourcefulness and your wisdom.
I pull out my spyglass and I start inspecting the fjord for the easiest climb.
All right. Go ahead and give me an intelligence roll. You can go ahead. This is a wheelhouse check. You can go ahead and add your intelligence modifier and your character level to your check.
16 is the total.
Yeah, you see it that there's it's fairly roundabout, but if you head east, there is what looks to be a fairly easy climb that'll take you all the way to the top, but it won't be when you summit, you'll probably be like a mile away from what you can reckon from over there.
I will inform everyone of that. Like, it looks that if we go this way.
Okay, so this particular obstacle is not much of a problem for me, as I've been granted the powers of spider climb. But I wonder how we can manage to, use that for the benefit of everyone.
The benefit of everyone? I mean, work together?
Well, at least until assess, what dangers are up there.
Seems Dust will be the first to die on his own.
Dun, 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 dun. That's awesome. Well done, guys. So Nacho, your character realizes that with spider climb, if you can manage to score a 28, you can actually give the ability. You can give it to everybody. Hey, this is why I'm here to help. 28 means you and everybody within 10-foot radius can actually all spider climb the heck up there. So
spellburn to death, and then become a limp character up there.
Sounds fantastic. How will that magic?
Let's just imagine that I can spider climb. How can we manage this? I mean, with rope attached, with some climbing implements, and I can be like the secure anchor.
Softening slightly, because Devkus has suggested, working together, and it's obvious, despite his outpouring, that Dust quickly realizes he's got to do this teamwork thing, which doesn't come naturally to him. I will offer you perhaps the assistance of a ropework spell. Perhaps if you can use we can use spider climb and rope work together. How tall was the climb?
It looks like it's about 1,000 feet.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Wow.
I do have a grappling hook, but that won't help for 1,000 feet.
Inspecting the base of the cliff, do we see any kind of passage that leads in? Like maybe there's a shortcut that cuts through the cliff rather than going on the outside of it?
Gotcha. All you guys search around the base of there for a while, at least in the area that you can immediately access. You do not find anything that leads into the cliff that would go then into the interior of the fjord, award-winning fjords. Let's just call it what it is.
Award-winning, absolutely.
Get it out there.
There is this
Listen.
easier path I have seen to the east.
Walking up the path, it'll be an inconvenience being put a mile out. But I'd rather risk that mile walk than a 999-foot fall.
Do you not trust my magic?
How can I put this gently? No.
Trust.
If you can generate 1,000 feet of rope, then I would trust it.
Well, how much rope do we have altogether? Still wouldn't.
No.
None. I have none.
I can
okay.
conjure rope, but yeah, 1,000
It's not the
feet.
same thing. Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm voting for Jack's idea. Let's just go for a walk.
Yep.
A blister on the heel is better than
A 1,000-foot
rock.
spiel.
a rock violently to the skull up from the fall.
Right.
And why not? Let's take a walk and spend some time getting to know each other.
Well, I didn't say that.
All right. So you guys, you guys make your way up there. It's a long and arduous walk. But going in this, going up in this direction, it provides essentially no danger. You make your way up there. It takes several hours to go ahead and get up there. When you make it to the edge of the cliff, you can see that the chapel itself is set in the middle of a small village. So the village is outside of the walls of this chapel, which is walled up. Go ahead and when you guys get up here, it's getting on dusk when you guys actually make it up here to the top of your first day being on land. There seem to be maybe 30 or 40 little small houses that are around there with a couple of larger ones. This is, from the outskirts there. You see that there are carts and horses and people sort of like, making their way around town. You can see that it's not a deserted place. This is like a working, metropolis type of area.
By the way, apparently everyone here can see in the dark, right? Except me. So I pretend I see everything else as well, right? Let's try to follow along.
All right. So what do we do?
So looking around this town, do we see any other elves floating around here? Is it all like just
Dwarves.
No. When you look around, okay, again, you're far on the outskirts, but everybody that you can see is a human.
Ew. Really?
Yeah, seems to all be humankind out here.
The children abound. Those short-lived races.
Watch it.
all right? But we can see the forge off on the horizon.
You can see, in the center of the center of the town, maybe 100 feet from the edge of the fjord, you can see that what do you call it? You can see the chapel sitting there in the middle of it. The chapel is walled in. It's a tall building, and you can see that there are on the very, very top of it is a stylized metal-looking sculpture that appears to be in the shape of three-dimensional tongues of flame, all of them reaching into the sky. It's kind of crude, but you can tell what it is even from back this far.
Well, I see no reason to fear these humans. I feel like we should simply just stroll through the town.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right.
All right, so you guys are going to wander through and make your way in.
I have a dagger loose at my belt.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I don't really expect them to be trouble, but you never can tell with these
Yeah.
humans.
All right, so you guys are going to wander through the town and up to the gates of the or up to the chapel itself. Okay. All right, so here is what happens. You guys start making your way in. Okay. As you get closer, you can see that it's just getting on dusk, and there's somebody actually going through the town and like lighting lanterns on these poles that are sort of like along all of the major thoroughfares. The first person you pass looks over at you and is clearly getting ready to nod a good day, but then sees you and is like, woo! And he
I respond. I try to, I look less healthy than the rest, right?
say what?
I
you
look
you,
less healthy than the rest, I guess.
yeah, you look more humanish. Yes, you could pass for humanish with a little bit of work. Mm-hmm. He's like,
Yeah, I respond. Good day, or I guess good night already, right?
yeah. He looks like he's getting ready to run.
Don't worry, we're just straight travelers that are looking for somewhere to rest. So does your town...
You're here to destroy us all and replace us. You're abominations before the eyes of the All-Father.
What?
All right, and he takes a few more steps backwards, and he's getting ready to turn around and run.
Yeah. I'll lunge up and try and donk him over the head with the butt of my sword.
All right, give me an initiative.
Yeah.
Anyone who wants to get involved in this, you got to beat his 12.
Oh man. I got a 2.
13.
13.
All right, so okay, Nacho, you got a 13 for Jax, or for sorry,
Jack's got
for,
a 13.
Jack's on 13. Okay, Rugen.
Oh, I'm
Raven,
sorry.
what'd
That's
you
2. My bad. 2.
Just like
Jack's
that, he was
got-
daydreaming.
Okay. Okay. What'd you get?
13. I have a 13 agility as well.
Cool. And 13 is Dafkus. Raven, what'd you get?
18.
18 for Raven.
I got a 4.
4. 4 for Dafkus. No, 4 for Rugen.
No, 4 for
All right, so it's
Dafkus. 4 for Dafkus.
4 for Dafkus. I get it wrong?
Two for Rugen.
Jax, what are you?
13.
What is Jax? Jax on
me-
I have
okay.
I have
Me
a
and Jax are
14.
both on- yeah, so
I got a 14 agility on my 13 initiative.
Okay.
All right, so it's going to go Odin, Jax, Duzd, the guy, and then Dafkus and Rugen. All right, so Odin, you can actually go first. You're about 20 feet away, and he is getting ready to turn around and sprint into town. You guys are right on the outskirts of town right now, and it's low light. He is getting ready to turn around and sprint into the city. What are you going to do?
I'm going to try to charm him, do a charm person.
Nice.
Okay, go ahead and make that spell check.
19.
Hey.
You got a 19?
I
Goodness,
did.
okay. Here comes that saving throw. Here's the thing. He seems especially resistant for being a peasant, but in the end, he succumbs to the power of your magic, and he sort of stands there staring at you. And now he's like, "Oh, hello, friends who are here to destroy us all and replace us."
That's what I thought. Hey, cousin. Yeah,
Hello.
Family.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we hug.
Absolutely.
And,
He hugs back.
yeah.
And he's
I
like,
miss hugging.
I can't believe he's like, oh, does that mean you've taken my soul then?
No. We're friends. Not to worry. We're okay. We don't need your soul.
Oh.
No.
Good. So, Shall I lead you in your assault to destroy all of the other humans who are here?
No, I guess we can keep that little secret, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll just change the subject and talk to him. So, what are your favorite recipes and stuff like that? So, yeah.
Oh, well, like all good humans, he likes, he kind of goes into, he will BS for a while with you about whatever it is he wants to. I guess we're out of initiative order right now because he's not attacking. But what are you guys going to do with him? He will sit there and jibber jabber on about whatever for.
We would love to see the War Chapel of the Eternal Forge. We hear it is magnificent craftsmanship.
If you go there, they'll try to kill you.
Hmm.
Oh, that's good news. I mean,
Yes.
Yeah, we don't know anything about this legend.
Yeah, he says, High Father Tarman has been warning us for a long time about the eventual incursion of the elves and how they must all be eradicated from our land.
I smell a rat.
Mm-hmm.
So, guys, shall we put him to sleep? Let's say,
Perhaps there's a more covert way that we might enter the War Chapel. Perhaps a side door or a subterranean passage.
If there's a subterranean passage, I do not know, but there is a servants' entrance where there are deliveries are made. I mean, there are guards there, but there are less guards. Perhaps that will be the way. But once you get inside, you have to be very careful because High Father Tarman, his giant can smell elves, it's said, from half a mile away.
Giant, you say?
Giant.
Yes,
I
his
will
giant.
slay this giant with my steel.
Oh, I don't know. He's a giant.
That's an argument. Yes, it is. May not be the winning argument here, but let's leave that for another day.
Of course, friends. Whatever you wish.
Well, it's not necessary to slay it because actually we're only here for a visit. Don't have anything to do with this, human extermination.
Yes, that's right. We're not here to exterminate anyone. I forgot.
Well, that's a relief. I'm very glad to hear that at least.
I feel like we should knock him out.
At least tie him up and gag him.
Well, how long is he charmed for? Because he can.
Oh, that's a good question. I have the bookmark up. Just 1 second.
You got a 19.
Well, plus one was the 20 actually. So
20. Oh, that's even.
Might be worth him
heinous.
sort of guard if we're gonna go into this thing. It might be worth him leaving him sort of on guard or stopping anybody following us or something. I don't know. If we've got him for some time.
You know what? Hey, if there's somebody watching at home, go ahead and roll me 3 dice 6. This guy's intelligence. It's going to be at least for a while, though.
it says according to the spell results, if I rolled a 20, and my intelligence is a 16.
Oh,
so I have
not your intelligence. I meant the intelligence of the guy that gets hit.
Oh, okay. So it depends on that. It could be up.
Yeah.
The minimum is 1 month.
Got a 12. Julian Burnick rolled for us. Hey, Julian.
Hey,
Thank
Julian, give us a roll.
Thank
12.
you.
12. Yeah, he's charmed for days. He will get on a 20, 12 for a week. He's charmed for a whole week.
Oh, well, then we can keep him with us.
I have a slave for a week.
You have a human.
That's your house clean.
That's my house clean, yeah.
Well, lead the way to the surface entrance.
He says, I will, but, new friends, if you go through town, they're going to see you, and someone's going to raise the alarm. They'll ring the bell, and the silent watchers will be brought forth, and they might even bring their giant, and then none can stand against the giant. He's a giant.
Oh.
Very well. Pulls up his cloak hood. All right, but now we can go.
Now, friends, that gave me a great idea.
I am quite good at disguise, as a matter of fact. But go ahead, Chuck. I'm sorry.
Yeah, maybe we send this new friend over to the other side of town, and then maybe we have him raise the alarm that there are elves over there. The giant goes out, attacks over there. We can sneak in and not fight a giant. It's an idea. Not necessarily a good idea, but it's an idea.
It might work. I mean,
Right
I
away.
don't think there's any harm in trying it. And if it fails, well, then we'll come
Yeah.
up with a new
Either
plan.
that or we just have him show us the sneaky way to the service entrance.
But right now there's no giant, and if that happens, there is a giant.
That's true.
I imagine
Yeah,
the giant is perhaps in the war chapel, is he not? Or is
That's
he?
What
what
are
he
these
said.
silent?
I'm
These
assuming
silent
that, yeah.
watchers as well. What are these silent watchers?
Oh, the silent watchers. They are, each one is a paragon of humankind. Each one is a mighty, mighty warrior, cannot be defeated. Each one is a terrifyingly strong man, but they never speak. Oh, they never speak. They are the High Father recruited them from we do not know where, but he said that he reached out to them speaking in the voice of the All Father, and that they've come to us in our terrifying hour of need to prevent all of the other to prevent the others from attacking us, and they will help us in our war, our eternal war against the monsters and the non-humans and all the things that are here to take over our world away from us.
Well, he's not the Allfather, then, is he? If he hates so many other things.
I hadn't thought of that. Makes sense.
So how about he takes us as serfs or something like that, using the cloaky approach, and maybe he can take us to the door directly, and have him introduce us as the new servants or whatever, and we'll just arrive at night. I don't know how far that's going to take us, but
Sure.
Yeah, what is the time of day currently? That would be a good thing.
What is the kind of day? Right now, it's like a little past dusk. It's like 8 in the evening, and it's
good.
high summer.
Okay.
So in the gloom, perhaps we can just disguise ourselves and have him lead us through to be introduced as new servants. I'm pretty good in disguise self, in fact.
yeah, I can be a little less disguised, so it's not so suspicious.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so you're going to disguise everybody as to make them look more humanish, and then you're going to have him guide you to the servant's entrance. Is that correct?
Is he able to
Alright.
provide us with clothing to disguise ourselves? Like steal some?
What's your human thrall? Yeah, he's like, yes, I can provide you with clothing. Yeah,
Yeah.
but we'll have to. Stay here, and I will go to I'll go home, and I will return with clothes for you.
Okay, but let's keep this our little secret, okay?
Our little secret, yes. So he turns and he sort of like makes his way. Half an hour later, he comes back with an armload of laundry, and it's like, it's got that real human kind of a whiff to it. It's like, oh my god.
In the meantime, we have been doing a little bit of ear clipping. Yeah.
No.
All right, in the meantime, you can give me a disguise check for anybody want to put it on. So, Jax, go ahead and make me a roll for yourself.
That is a total 20.
Yeah, you are disguised pretty
Oh, my.
good in there. That is a pretty good disguise there for Jax.
I got an 8.
Well, it would be untrained for you because you don't have the disguise skill, so you'd be rolling a die 10.
Oh, a die 10? Oh, dear. That's
Yeah,
what
but I think the idea was that Jack was going to put disguises on y'all.
I would
Right,
assist, help everyone
okay.
get up to snuff.
Yeah, gotcha. So I will say in the half hour it takes him, you can get 2 more people. You can go ahead and put the disguises to. So who's going to be next?
I can.
All right, one for the wood elf. Go ahead and make a check.
Is that Jack's making it or me?
Jax, unless you have disguise self.
No, I do not.
All right, so another one. Okay. Oh, that's a 26.
Oh, okay.
and-
There we go.
You know, Ruben's got
What?
human-like hair. You know what I mean? Like, oh, really just took a little bit of like, moving around on top, and his hair didn't have to work for you. It turns
Little
out.
faux hawk mullet action going. Just the
There we
ears are
go.
fine.
There we go.
All right, you've got time to disguise one more person before he gets back. Who's it going to be?
So far it's Jax, Odin, and Devkiss are done, right? Or is it
It's yourself. Yeah, Jax, Rugen, and
Odin.
just Jax and Rugen so far. So at least one more
Okay.
person.
All
yeah,
right.
but Devkis is not hiding. He's accustomed to being in human land, so
Okay.
Yeah.
Who looks more elfy between the two of you there?
Frankly, it's definitely Dust. He's a dark elf, so
Oh dear.
he looks very much like of all of you. He needs
Yeah,
the
but
most work.
Dust is so weird that actually maybe he can pass as another thing and not an elf, right?
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
gonna disguise
Yeah.
Odin.
We also want to be careful that this episode doesn't get taken off air or sidelined because of. I'm joking.
Right?
my God.
Obscure reference, obscure community
remembering-
reference.
No,
Sorry,
I got it.
folks.
I got it. Yeah.
Remembering Diz's way of thinking earlier, I got a 14 to disguise Odin.
That's fine.
Oh,
I can fade into the darkness. Guys, I'll take care of
There you
myself.
go.
Dust tries not to look at all worried about this.
I'm sitting here chatting on the thing. All right, boosh. All right, so all right, cool. So that's disguise 16 for the high elf. Okay, so that just leaves. So he comes back with all of these humanish-looking clothes. They're way baggy on all of you because they're physically, they're made for a bigger person. So you can kind of slip them on over what you have on now, and then you guys are going to make your way over to the you're going to have this guy. Let's give this guy a name. I'm going to call. Let's see who's in there. This is Julian. This is Julian the human. So Julian is willing to lead you all to the side. Well, willing to. He is going to lead you all to the side door if you want to.
Sure.
All right. Bruce, are you going to disguise yourself on the way in there?
Do you know what? I'm not. I'm just checking through my spell list. Sorry to meta or take us out of the game a little bit. I've got
got you.
Cloak of the Carnifex. Is that
Cloak
from
of the Carnifex.
Is that from Jules the
That is
Carnifex? I don't have.
That's from the annual.
Oh, okay. Of course it is. Of course it is. I haven't got that to hand. So can you?
That's cool. I got you, dude. So okay, so the way it works is Cloak of the Carnifex. It is so it's a minimum result of 12. People have to get on a 12. They need to make a DC 10 willpower save to hear or see you. But if you can get up into the like, let's see. I guess it'll have to returns at higher levels. Yeah, like at higher levels, it's like a D16 plus CL rounds.
Okay, so it's worth me casting that now, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that is a 20 total, modified 20 on the spell check for that.
Outstanding. Okay, so anyone looking at you has to succeed on a DC 20 willpower save,
Ooh.
and attacks made with mundane weapons, except for silver, are automatically absorbed by the cloak, and the caster may attempt a DC 25 reflex save to avoid damage from a magic weapon or spell. Huh. That's cool.
Cool.
All right. Cool. So so you are hidden in a cloak of darkness. The rest of you are all led up there to the. You guys go through town. It looks fairly mundane. Like I said, it's a little tiny village. It's a clean and neat place. And then you guys sort of like skirt the side of the chapel, go around to the far side of it, and sure enough, there's like a servant door there. There are two guards that are outside there, that are like the keeper of the keys. Look like they're standing there with 1 second. All right. So there are 2 guards that are out there. He's like, what should I say? Julian is like, what do I say to the guards?
Tell them you bring new recruits that will be the lowest class in the chapel.
All right.
New supplicants.
Gotcha.
And then I hide in shadows.
All right. Give me that hide in shadows check.
Ooh, that's not the awesomest. 12.
Nice. So that's not incredible, but we'll see how it does you. So you kind of slink off to the side there. These 2 guards are keeping their eye on everybody else who wanders over. He gives you guys a hard look over. Julian says, I have brought new supplicants for the High Father. They are here to become the lowest of his new recruits. And they're like, well, bring them back on Sunday, and we'll have for the ceremony. And during the end of Mass, there shall be a call for all those who are here for the first time, and they shall then be introduced. Jax, you're kind of off hidden to the side. Bruce, you're like also there in the shadows. You've got like rounds left until your spell phase.
There's 2 guards.
2 guards, yeah. There are 2 guards. They're wearing studded leather, and they have this big holy symbol on the front of their tabards, helmets, and they are. What weapons do they have? They've got. Each one of them is carrying a polearm.
Okay, Dust makes eye contact with, or having some idea of where Jax disappeared into the shadows, and hopes he will take the hint as he sort of steps back, tries to slip behind the closest guard.
All right.
What about light sources? Are there? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, the town is lit up. The town, from where you are right now, the town is like, there are lanterns that are placed all over the place, and the interior of the grounds of the war chapel also seem to be lit up as well. So it's right now, light is not an issue. So Jax, what are you gonna do?
As Deuced is you said you were gonna sneak behind one of them, and I will shoot the other one.
Yeah, I'm gonna step behind one of them.
So I'll wait until he's right there and ready to strike, and I will have my crossbow up and ready to shoot the other one in the throat.
Bruce, you wind up right behind this guy, like a round before your spell is going to disappear.
Okay.
I'll give them they get a DC-20 willpower save to see you.
Sure.
Oh my god. You know what? Be grateful for my crappy willpower save bump for these guys. It was close. No, the other guy, no way. So so they do not spot you.
Okay.
What are you going to do back there?
I presume I don't get a backstab bonus, but I'm just going to slip my my longsword. That's an 11. Hopefully, just slip my longsword behind, between his ribs.
Okay. You know what? I will give you. Yeah, you'll hit because you'll get a bonus because he is not defending himself this round. So it's not quite a backstab, but yeah. So go ahead and give me damage.
That's 7.
Boom! That guy goes down. He looks over at his friend, and he looks over the next one. He is getting ready to scream, and that's when Jax.
I'm gonna burn a point of luck, and then I'm gonna shoot him with my crossbow.
Outstanding. Go ahead and give me that shot.
Ooh. 23.
Oh yeah, that's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
Roll 1d6.
Lots of damage.
5 damage.
5 points of damage, and then go ahead and make me roll that crit too. It's a crit.
Oh. 1d16. I got one of those around here. There it is. 2. It was almost an 11.
Ooh. All right.
Almost an 11.
Slashes to the head, removes foe's ear. Inflict plus 1d6 damage with a strike and leave a nasty scar. You might just pull this off. Roll me a die 6.
Another 5 points of damage for 10 total.
Yeah, he's not making that. All right. So the two of them crumple down. Who has the lowest luck in the party?
I
got a 13.
Anyone got lower than a 13? Go ahead and give me a luck check. See if you can give me under a 13. See if.
Yeah. I got a 3, so yeah. Cleared by 10.
The deed goes down and no one sees anything. And Julian is like, oh, I guess you are here to kill people. Well, all right. The two of those guards slump over. What do y'all do?
Prop them back up again. I think we prop them back up. I mean, it's getting evening. They're going to be dozing off on duty, right? So we take their pole arms and stick them into the ground, and we use the pole arms to sort of at the back of the helmet to sort of keep them propped up. Doesn't matter if their heads are slumped down locally. It won't last forever, but it's
While we're doing that, I do want to kind of frisk them down, see if there's keys or anything like that on them.
Yeah, sure enough. The one guy has got a big old iron ring with keys on it.
I will take that.
All right. And yeah, the gate behind them, it's a small gate there. Well, it's small. It's a low gate, but it's big enough for a cart to go through, but it's only about 5 foot tall. But the gate, it's got like two hinges. It's they swing to the middle, and there is indeed a lock there on the interior.
Great. What are we doing with this Julian guy? Is he coming along all this time, or should we knock him out, or what do you guys think?
He's charmed for a week. I mean, you can knock him out for 1, 2. You could tell him to lay down and act like he was knocked out, and he would do it.
That would be great. Stay there for 1 hour. Don't react to anything.
All right.
Yeah, best buddies.
I think we can take him with us.
You're gonna bring him with?
Yeah. I don't know. Whatever Odin says.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Let's bring him with us.
He's hers.
All right. So yeah, sure enough, you guys go inside, and so the courtyard of this place is immaculate. There are like actual there's like no greenery in here whatsoever in the interior here. The floor is flagstone across, like flagstone paths leading across untended dirt paths there. It's a little bit muddy. You can see where the chapel itself is a huge big edifice. It goes up to a point maybe like 120 feet up with this sort of with three-dimensional flame sculpture on the top of it. You can see that there are some huge double doors in the front. There are a couple of steps. There are a few Doric columns across the front of it, and then there's a great big double door. There's a smaller door on the side that you can see from the side that you come through here on the chapel. So what are y'all going to do?
What's the lighting situation in here? Dimly lit, or is
there in the courtyard? There are lanterns hanging on the interior of the courtyard, like they were hanging from the exterior. So you can see where there are. It's at least here in the courtyard of this place, in the grounds. It's reasonably well lit. Well lit for a medieval style city. It's not medieval; it's a foreign world, but you know what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, we might as well continue on as if nothing happened, since the guards let us in without issue.
Sounds good.
All right.
Good point.
Gotcha. Okay, so you guys going to go up to the front door or the side door or what?
Side probably is best. I don't want to be like, hello.
Right.
Yeah.
I would go for side door as well.
You guys head over there. To the side door, there are a couple of small steps that go up to this, and it's got a regular latch on it and no window.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I put my I'm not sure I'm the best suited.
I can do it. I'll
listen
go up
behind
there
doors, so.
and I'll push my ear up against that door and see if I hear anything right on the other side.
All right, give me an intelligence check plus your elf level.
Sure. That is going to be a 23.
23, yeah. So there are definitely people in there. And you know what? Also, you hear something like big moving around. And with a 23, you're the ranger, right? It instantly snaps into focus. It's a giant, and not just any giant. You're pretty sure it's a bog giant inside there. Bog giants are very dangerous. They do love elf flesh, and some of them can indeed smell elves. And you hear this kind of deep voice, sort of like rumbling at a few other people they're talking back and forth. Hard to hear, but you definitely hear people talking inside.
Oh, this is bad. This is real bad, guys. There's a giant, bog giant. They can smell, and they like to eat elves. They can smell elves, and they like to eat elves.
Well, I imagine we're so close, he probably smelled us already.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Maybe that's the point when we can pull off the plan from Rugen, try to drive the giant out. Create a distraction. The problem is, who's the
I
bait?
got an idea. Rugen. What's the guy? I forget our
Julian?
human friend.
Julian.
I got this. So, Julian, here's what you're going to do. You're going to walk around to the front door. You're going to open the front door. And you're going to yell hi real loud. And then you're going to turn around and you're going to run as far away and as fast as you can possibly go.
All right.
But here's the catch. Hang on a second, Julian. I'll get my sword out and I'll take a little nick on the palm of my hand. And I'll put some fresh elf blood on the back of his shirt.
Clever.
Nice.
Very
Very
clever.
nice.
Yeah, that's
You're
it.
using my slave as
Bait.
Yeah.
He's going to die in like 20 years anyway. Who
right.
cares?
Awful. Oh. Goodness gracious, guys. All right. So
I'm
he
gonna
says go.
Hey,
knock
tell
on
him
the
you're
door.
becoming like blood brothers or something like that.
Yeah.
So.
Congratulations. You're an elf now, too. And put some blood on him.
Oh my
right, so-
gosh.
Go around to the door and knock, yell hi, and then run as fast as I can.
Yes, away as fast as you can.
All right.
Maybe off a cliff?
No.
No.
He wouldn't do that. He wouldn't. If you
Yeah.
tell him to do suicidal stuff, it'll break the
Yeah.
enchantment.
Right.
All right. So sure enough, you guys are all standing there, and the voices inside are getting more and more urgent, and you hear this deep rumbling, like what? They've got to be. I can hear that. And then you hear gong gong gong. Hi.
Well, I hide.
And then then you actually see him running across the field. And inside you're like, what the hell? And then you hear thump, 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 thump. And sure enough, sprinting across the courtyard is this giant. He's 18 foot tall. He's carrying a maul with him, this huge, huge, huge thing. It looks like you could use it to drive a telephone pole into the ground with if you wanted to, And there are also two guards along with him. These guards, however, you're not sure. They're wearing a different kind of a tabard. They have this gold tabard on there with a similar holy symbol with extra devices added to it. And but these ones, the guards up front were wearing just studded leather, but the guards that you see running across there are actually wearing half plate and shield.
All right.
You all see them run over to there. Julian almost makes it to the door when your man just literally stops, picks up a clod of dirt, and just chunks it at him. And I mean, that's I'm gonna make a roll here. Actually, he gets to roll a d24 for this rock and roll shot.
20
Let's see how
seconds,
he
20
does.
years, same thing.
Yeah, the giant gets a 22, which is a giant crit. So I'm not even going to look it up, but he hits him with just a giant clod of dirt and just smears him out across the landscape. It's so bad.
Sorry, Julian.
Cousin Julian. Oh.
Sorry, Julian. Thanks for tuning in.
You're glad I'm hiding inside the chapel now.
Yeah,
All
definitely.
right, so you guys go inside.
Yeah, we rush.
Yeah,
Inside.
Right.
we head in.
So you guys hustle there into the interior. Okay. So
Can we-
this is like question.
Can we bar that door?
Behind you? Yeah, absolutely. You can lock it. You got the keys.
Ah,
All of you guys pile in. The 5 of you go in there. This is a huge place. It looks like it could seat maybe 1,000 people. You were at the side door of the main section, like where the worship would take place. Okay. When you look to your right, you can see the main double doors. Now they're hanging open because a giant and a couple guys just ran through there. And on the opposite wall, maybe like 300 feet away, you can see another door parallel to the one that you just came in through. Okay. So at the far end of the room, at the other end, so there's where the pews are facing, there's an altar. It's up on like a little bit of a dais, and behind that are 2 doors to the left and to the right of the altar.
those doors.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, head towards the altar.
All right.
Sure.
Absolutely.
You guys hustle over there and make your way to those doors. And when you open them up, you find yourselves in a little bit of a anteroom. Okay, so there's a couple of like low couches in here. The walls are really darkly done. There are statues everywhere of men and women. Men with swords and dressed in armor. Women like in the pictures. Every statue you see is a woman with 2 babies. A woman with like a baby in each arm, kind of holding them up there, looking very noble and a purpose and such. And the human in armor standing there looking rough and ready. So there's a door. You can see where the other door that leads back out to the other side of the altar is from the same room. So both of those doors you saw from the outside clearly lead to the same space. There's another door that goes back, or there is a stairway from here that goes down.
Keep going deeper in. Let's take them stairs.
Okay. The stairs go down 20 feet to a little landing and another door. And from the far side of that door, you can hear people talking. It's kind of it has the sound of like a revival. Someone is sort of like preaching to other people. Hey, let's go! The earth is ours to take back. Speaking common over on the far side of this thing.
Yeah, so we don't know whether it's just 2 people talking or an actual
Congregation of some sort.
congregation taking place.
I guess the best way would be to sneak up and check it out. I can sneak quite silently.
Okay.
23.
All right. So you creep up there and you kind of like open the door really quietly and peek in. All right. So this is like a 60-foot by 60-foot room. Okay. There are several armored men here who are like all kneeling and like facing sort of like you're coming at them from their flank. Okay. So they're all kneeling and facing the other side of the room. On the other side of the room is a human. He is also wearing armor. He's standing over there. This is the guy that is yelling out and sort of like preaching to everybody. And he is like saying, "We shall take back this world, the world that was destined to be ours, the world that belongs to us by birthright and by might." And they're all like, and then you hear all of the people who are there kind of like cheer him on, but they just kind of inarticulately kind of, "Aah!" each one of them and such. And that is what you see. So there are 6 armored men on their knees, and the guy who is, yelling them on.
That leaf that I have, the telling leaf, I have to hold it in my hand.
You let it go and you follow it.
So it flies? Like,
I feel like it's going to
Yeah, it's
fly
like a
at
leaf.
that dude. All right.
Yeah.
I just kind of leave the door cracked a little bit, and I come by and I secretly say, 6 heavily armored guys seem to be in some kind of thrall with this guy that's preaching, and I believe that if I let this leaf go, he will be the source of the danger to the elven kind.
Yeah. So I think you're right. We should definitely try and ambush them.
I mean, I was thinking just throw fire in and lock the door, but
Okay. I mean, yeah. That works too. I won't deny that.
stole Chuck's main gig.
Yeah, I don't have magic this time, so I can't throw fire. But yeah, maybe a couple of big ass balls of fire. Oh, sorry, big balls of fire, and we'll sneak in and do some stabbing.
So you guys have spells like that? I mean,
I'm just checking now what I have.
I don't.
I can hit them with colour spray. I would be inclined to try and stealth in myself again. That seemed to work pretty well earlier. I could cast the cloak again.
Yeah, like describe like the door opens kind of sideways. So if you're super stealthy, you might be able to slide past outside of their peripheral vision. But they seem
Super stealthy.
almost like a trance. Would you say, Brendan?
Like a really intense revival kind of a meeting. This guy is fire and brimstoning at them, and they are all raptly and with full attention, absorbing every word. They're all kind of kneeling and taking all of this in. And when they speak back, they kind of just, like I said, they just sort of make noise. They don't seem to be able to they're not even like hooray or amen or anything like that. They're just like,
I'm peeling off my human disguise. I'm like, we could just burn all of this and toss it in there.
Well, I have a combo here with the Choking Cloud plus Ward Portal. I think that will require quite a lot of spell burn, according to the table. Choking Cloud, I have to hit a 28, so it would cover the whole room. So what do you guys think?
Or if we have to worry about that high of a spell check, why don't we? The rest of us will all go up the stairs. I got some tripwire. We'll put some tripwire across the top step so they'll maybe trip and fall, and then someone will get them to chase us. Go up the stairs, jump the tripwire, and then you can put your Choking Cloud in the stairwell as they're coming up.
Yeah, I'm just worried about. Yeah, we definitely have to make this quick because Giant's gonna come around in a minute.
Should I do a mirror image on him so there's now two of them in the room just to
On who?
might give us on the Giant. It might kick him off.
definitely.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a touch spell. Hopefully not, because
it's not, mirror image. You usually cast it just on yourself, and it sort of provides like defensive images against other people.
Well, I realize that, but I think this way, to make one of what he already is. If he's territorial, that might.
No, I get you. If you want to go for that, what I was going to say was you can definitely try to use the spell that way. You're using it in kind of a weird way, though. I'd let you go for it, but instead of rolling a D20, I'm going to have you roll a D16 instead of a regular spell check. You're going to go for an irregular use of that spell to create confusion, which I think is an awesome idea if you can pull it off.
That was like spell burn.
But the Giant's not there yet, right? We're just hidden in the staircase.
Yeah, you guys are all you guys are there at the landing in front of the door to this place. Mm-hmm.
It's an idea.
What if we can take off all these human disguises and throw them right inside the door in a big pile of fire, and then they come running out through that door? We might be able to pick them off as they come out.
Is that the only door? Is there any chance they may escape further in? Because
they could go. Yeah, there does seem to be another door inside there. They could go further in.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. I think I'm in favor of trying to lure them out and take them on the stairs. Like I said, I can actually I'll put a trip line at the top of the stairs.
Okay.
And
all right.
Yeah.
So,
I'll go outside the stairs and get ready that Choking Cloud spell. They get.
Guessing I'm fastest since my lucky sign was speed, and I have 40.
Oh yeah, definitely. You're the distraction then.
Great.
All right. So who is going upstairs to get this together? One.
I am.
That is going to be.
Well, I think the plan, everyone but Jax will be upstairs.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So, Jax, you're standing outside the door getting ready to do this, okay? you guys, you lead everybody back up to the top of the stairs. When you get in there, surprise, surprise, here's what you see. There are 2 guards. Those 2 guards you saw run across the thing are in there. And on all fours, sniffing the ground, is this giant who must have sort of like eased himself in there. So when you all come up to the top there, he's like, and he's now real invested in this whole thing. So let's go ahead and roll for initiative.
Too bad.
And I mean, guys, come on, buck up. Go ahead and roll initiative. These bad guys are going on a 5, which is terrible.
Good. I rolled a 9.
Who got a 9?
Defkus.
Defkus on 9.
Raven got 18.
Odin on 18. Okay.
Rugen 17.
17 for Rugen.
Dust on 14.
14 for Dust. Okay.
I'm downstairs, but I got a 14 if you need it.
I do. So 14, and if I recall, you're above Jax in initiative. You got 14, he's a 13?
I have a 14, and he has a 13.
Cool.
So should we try to avoid them coming out? Is that now the new plan, or we would rather go into the room?
You
You guys
I don't know.
think?
I was figuring let it all play out in initiative and see what mistakes we
Yeah.
can make.
Sounds good.
What usually happens?
Awesome.
What could possibly go
4,
wrong?
5, 6.
Right?
I know, right? How the best it. And I missed Nacho. I missed what you got for Dafkus. No, you're a 9. You're a 9.
Oh,
Who
okay.
am I missing? I'm missing somebody. Jax, what'd you get? Oh no, you're 14 on Jax. 8. Odin, Rift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I got everybody. Okay, that's what I did. I see what I did. All right, Odin, you are first. So you're actually like behind. You hear this roaring and this giant yelling, but you're actually like 2 steps away. Like you're behind. Like you're not the first one up there. The ranger was the first one up there. So you can move ahead and get in the room and do something, but you are up first. You can tell me what you are going to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna run up to the top, and then I will ready a weapon. Do I see the giant or no?
Yeah, you run up to the top. You run up past everybody on the stairs, and yeah, you see that giant. The giant's actually on all fours. He was sniffing the ground like a dog, looking for y'all. And he must have literally creeped in here like that, like just to slide in through the door because he's so big.
And I will do mirror image on him if I can.
Okay, that's awesome. So roll me a d16 and add your spell check.
Five?
Total of 5?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you try I think I could make this work with a fly, and it was just too confusing. And in all of the chaos, that spell did not work. So you're going to lose that spell for the rest of the day. But
Yeah.
you can remember you can always cast it one more time with a point of Smellbird. All right. So that is it. It is Rugen. So you are the first one up the stairs. So you are right in front of this giant. Odin just ran past you.
Yeah.
And is standing next to you now. What are you going to go for?
I'm going to regrettably draw my swords and run up to engage the giants.
Okay.
You were born for this.
I was born for this.
Yeah, you were. So don't forget this. You're up 1 D die. You're up 1
Yep.
D die.
Up to a D7. Yeah.
Yep, because of giants. All right. So go ahead and make your attack roll. You're actually at an additional +4 to hit because he's prone technically.
Okay. So with my primary hand, I do roll a 16 on the D16, which would be a critical hit.
Yes, what I do for that is, since crit on a 16, my house rule is, what's your normal crit die and table?
Normally it's a D12 on table 2.
So you'll be a D10 on table 1.
Cool. Maybe
All right.
roll that.
And then make your well, okay, give me damage first. Go ahead and roll both attacks, actually, if you don't mind.
Okay, I rolled the second hand attack as well. That would be a 12, 14.
That's your total hit in the giant, including
That's
your
total
plus
hit.
4
That's
thrown?
D die plus the 4 plus my 2
That's-
strength.
Yeah, that's going to miss. So the
Okay.
first one, you got a 60 in the die. It's at least a 20, so you hit with that first one.
Yep.
So go ahead and give me the damage that first shot.
All right.
please.
It is going to be 11 points of damage.
Okay, cool. And then go ahead and give me your crit number.
Oh, yep. That's a 5.
5. As a solid strike to torso, inflict plus 1d6 damage.
Cool. That's an extra 5 points of damage. So that's what? That's 14, 15, 16 points of damage.
Gotcha. Boom. All right, so that is awesome. So you stab him and he roars. He's like, elves, master, they are here. And that's awesome. And it's time for Jax to do something jacktastic.
Yes.
What do you?
This door in front of me has a lock.
Yeah, it does.
I lock the door.
All right, you lock the door. Chick, chick, chick. All right, got it. Inside,
Oh, wait.
you can hear. Oh,
I should have taken a shot, but I already locked the door. One problem at a time.
all right. You lock the door to where the preaching was going on, and they've stopped. They can hear roaring going on from upstairs, and they are curious as to what's going on up there right now. So let's go ahead and move on down the line. It is it's time for does. Oh, go ahead.
I'll kind of make my way up the stairs to see what's going on, since I heard the.
Okay, yeah.
roar.
So you can with your move action, you can get up to the top of the stairs as well. Don't you have a 40-foot move?
I do have a 40-foot move.
Yeah, you can actually run up the stairs and be up there on the landing with everybody else at the actual.
I get there and I'm like, I should have stayed downstairs.
Oh Christ, yeah. That's okay though. So yeah, you see the giant is in there and 2 guards. And again, these guards are better armed and armored than the guys you saw upstairs. They're actually wearing the same tabards of the people you saw on their knees downstairs preaching, or being preached at.
Those guys are going to come out that other door, y'all. I say when I get to the top of the stairs.
You mean the one in the back, the one that we didn't take?
Right. They probably go down to the same.
Right.
So if that's the case and we have to retreat, maybe we can get down into that room, lock the door. And...
The 2 doors that go past the altar both lead to the room where the giant is right now. Both lead to this room where you're fighting.
At the top of the stairs.
So
Yeah,
we can.
yeah.
Right, but there was another door at the back besides the staircase. There was another.
Oh yeah. That one. Who knows? Maybe that leads to. Yeah, that might come up from behind you guys. No telling.
Oh no!
Well,
Gave him the
we
idea.
No, dude, you think I'm making this up as I go along? This is like I have a detailed map, isometrically rendered, and
Yeah, I have a module this thick, right?
yeah, oh yeah. I wrote it. Worked on it all. I worked on it
Looks
all
like
week.
this.
All right, so it is time for Dunst to do his thing.
I am going to cast Executioner's Blade, which I now have in front of me.
All right, awesome.
I'm going to burn some luck, so that's going to go off. So I'm at the top of the stairs, so I'm within 30 feet of the giant.
Yes.
Okay, so I conjure a single flying weapon that can be directed to attack. So I need to roll a d4 to see what that weapon is. Kind of open for a 3. It's a 2, which is an executioner's sword, so that's still pretty cool.
Yeah.
Weapon attacks as the caster. So I presume I have to roll an attack roll now.
Do it up.
So that would be a 13.
13's going to miss. Dings off his. Well, actually, take +4 because he's prone. You feel like spending 1 point of luck?
Yep, sure.
Cool. Yeah, that's going to hit then. Roll me some damage.
Okay, so that's going to be D5 plus level, so that is 7 points of damage.
Cool. Does that go every round?
Weapon attacks as caster, 1d5 plus caster level. Caster must concentrate to maintain the conjuration and cannot otherwise attack or move more than half speed. Attack may be blocked by certain magic.
Cool. Well, we shall see. We shall see. All right. It is time for Death Kiss to do something death-tastic.
I should say
Okay,
that
so
should last for 9 rounds. So D5,
9 rounds.
D5 rounds plus caster level.
Cool. Cool.
Sorry.
Okay, so is it conceivable to remove the light sources in this room, like in a relatively small amount of time, or is there just torches all around?
No, there are 2 lanterns that are hung in here. You could, I want to hear the plan. Like they're kind of like spaced out a little bit. They're not close to one another. So,
Right. No, I
maybe,
just want to just turn it off, even if it's that hinders me, but it will hinder also the humans and giant.
You could run over and douse the one light.
Yeah, I will
and
do
then,
that.
all right. So you run over to one of the lights and douse it this round. Now you are standing in a puddle of darkness on the one side of the room. The room is now half lit as it was before.
Can I hide in shadows now that I'm there? Just on the same. Hide in shadows in that same round, or is that too much?
Next round, yeah, it's too much. Next round,
Okay.
you can hide in shadows.
Sure.
So it is their turn. So the giant is going to get up on his knees, and that is as high as he can get. Like if he stands up all the way in here, he's just going to bang his head. He can stand up in the outside part of the chapel. It's got a huge, big vaulted ceiling. But here, he can only get on his knees. So he's going to get on his knees, and that is going to give him a bit of an attack minus. But that is not going to stop him from trying to turn Ruger into some hamburger. Here comes that attack. Yeah, man, he is going to get a 28. And that is going to be... He roars, and he slams you with his maul. Badoosh! And you are going to take 13 points of damage from the maul.
Oh my.
All right, then the 2 guards. One of the guards, let's see, who are the guards going to go after? One of the guards is going to go after Odin. So runs over there and is like, elf scum! And swings at you. Oh, I'm sorry. He doesn't say anything. He just roars at you. And he has a warhammer. He tries to hit you with his warhammer. Does the 15 get you?
Oh yeah.
All right. You are going to take 5 points of damage from warhammer.
Merde.
And the other one is going to. I'm going to roll random here. The other one is going to run up at Death Kiss. Death Kiss, here comes an attack for you. He is going to fumble. Hold on.
Hey, look at that.
Ooh, I rolled the wrong dice for a fumble check. I had to roll again. Sorry.
I'm sure it was because of the darkness.
Yeah, he has no idea what's up right now. Looking at the wrong table. He stumbles and leaves himself wide open to attack. The next enemy that attacks him gets a +2 bonus on their attack roll. So that one is a -2 armor class this one round. Downstairs, you hear some yakking going on downstairs. People are kind of like, what the hell's going on up there? They're just kind of like getting their crap together. You do hear what sounds like the sound of 6 armored men standing up from a kneeling position all together at once. Ka-ching, 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 ka-ching. So fight is going to continue. All right, so it's top of the order. Odin, you got one right in front of you, in your grill. What are you going to do?
Longsword him, if possible.
Absolutely, go for it.
Twelve to hit.
12 is going to miss. He parries with his giant big warhammer, ka-ting, and he kind of like, "Rah!" like, you know, makes a noise at you, and you can see that he has no tongue. His tongue seems to have been cut out.
Oh my. Okay.
All right, it is time for the Ruger.
Yeah. I can't take another hit from this giant. It will be bad.
Yeah.
So I want to run down the stairs.
All right, if you run down the stairs, he is going to get a free shot at you if you run off and break out of
Okay.
melee.
Not going to run down the stairs then. I'm going to square up against him, swing at him with my sword. He's on his knees still, right?
Yeah, you can take.
Okay.
He's no longer prone, but you can take +2 on each attack.
Okay.
Hey, by the way, you still got your potion. I don't know if that there's a.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to make you get a hit, but
Well,
which case,
No, we're not like that, but it will take your attack action up.
Right,
every
it will.
right.
So I'm gonna try and like swing up at his eyes, maybe try and cut above his eyebrows, try and blind him with blood or something like that.
Go for a blinding shot. All right, go
All
ahead
right.
and make your attack.
All right. So I got a 4 on my deed die.
Nice.
My first attack roll with my primary hand was a natural 1.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
not good.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and give me a tumble check. Come on, guys.
I got a
Elfton's got to rally here, guys. Elfton's got to rally. Give me that luck check.
It's a 3. Actually, it is a 2.
2, or the thing. You trip but may recover with a DC 10 reflex save. Go ahead and make me the most important reflex save of your career.
Ooh, I got a 17.
Nice.
Yeah, you do not fall. Make your second attack.
Okay. Second attack is going to be 16 to hit.
That is going to miss by 2.
Can I drop 2 luck on it then?
Yes, you can, sir.
All right, then I will do just that. I'll drop 2 luck.
All right.
And then
And mhm.
go ahead.
Oh, no, and you got a 4 on your blinding
Deed die.
attack.
Yep.
So go ahead and give me a total on that damage real quick.
Total damage will be 10.
10 on the damage. So he is still up. I never do this, but I'm actually looking here. All right, so he is temporarily blinded. We'll see how. So you rip him across the eyes. He's like, "Oh, I can't see!" he yells, and he is going to take a minus hit on his next attack. Excellent move, man. Well done.
Good.
All right. So it is time for Jax to do something Jax-tastic.
So Chuck is the only one that's out in the room. Everyone else is kind of like by the door, or did Devkiss move away? I don't want to have to fire through a bunch of people.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
No, Chuck's in the room. Odin's in the room. Everybody is in the room at this point, except for you. You are still down. You ran up the stairs last round, so you can kind of see where everybody is.
I kind of lean an ear down the stairs to hear if that door's being banged on or opened.
Not yet.
All right. I will take a shot at the giant is on his knees, right? So he's like, whatever.
Yeah, he's on his knees, and if he's actually blinded this round, so if you want to go ahead and take your attack at him.
I do.
Actually, he's actually blinded. I mean, I hate to tell you your strategy here, but that's a backstab.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to burn a point of luck.
Look at you pre-burning luck, you rock and roll star. I want to see it.
Let's see. I'm glad I did. That's a 12.
That's going to miss, cousin.
I'll burn another point of luck.
Okay, so, and here's an opportunity for me to tell everybody how this goes. You can burn luck before or after the die roll, but
You
not
can't burn it
before.
twice. Right?
Yeah, and you have to declare, thieves have to declare how many dice they're rolling, at once. You can't be like, I roll
Right.
no dice, roll no dice. So, all right,
Yes.
but that's all good though. So, yeah, that didn't go great, but you know what though? It's time for Drizzt to do his Drizzt thing. So what are you going to go for, cousin?
My concentration's not been interrupted, so I guess I will keep the spell rolling. I I guess it's the same weapon. I don't cast the manifestation every round, do I? So it's just another attack with the magically conjured execution's sword. As it was against the giant, that was an there's no bonus on that, so it's just like a regular melee attack. That's an 8.
You got an 8?
Yeah.
All right. He is going to miss with that.
But
you are going to miss the giant.
He's blind and prone. So how much do I need to burn?
Take +2. Okay, so +2 because he's prone.
Yeah.
And actually, since he's blinded, go ahead and give me a reroll on that and roll +1 die on that attack roll.
Okay. That'll work.
Give me a reroll, please.
All right, so that's a 14.
14. So you would have to burn 4 points of luck to make connection with that particular attack there.
Yeah.
Seems like a lot.
Why not? We'll do it.
You're going to go for it? I'm in. Yeah, give me damage.
All right. That's just 6 points of damage.
Goodness gracious. All right, he's still up, but he screams having been hit with your magic sword.
Okay, that's me.
All right, that's awesome, and it's time for Death Kiss. So Death Kiss, the guy that you're up against, completely threw himself off balance this round. What are you going to go for?
Okay, so if I get away, is he going to attack me? Now,
I will say no. I will say that because
we're in darkness and all that, and we're in darkness and all that. Okay, so do you guys still think we should do the darkness thing, or we're good now? He's blinded. We're good.
How long will he be blinded for?
Right.
You don't really know.
The giant. Yeah, I mean, you think you got about one round with that giant not being able to see.
Okay, so I'll go for the other lantern.
All right, so you run across the room and put that other light out. So now you guys are it's actually there's no exterior light out here. There's a tiny bit of light coming in from like the door which leads to the vestibule, but there's hardly enough to see on. So you elves are okay, but everybody without information, I'm looking at you, Death Kiss. Everybody else is suddenly it's super dark. There's actually no light in the stairwell either. But there's light at the bottom of the landing. So the stairwell is dark. The room that you're in now is pitch dark. But these guys are all, what I'm saying, these guys are in trouble. That was a great move with the light there. Absolutely, excellently done. So it is their turn. Yep. So let's make some checks here. So the giant's going to go. He is blinded. The darkness means nothing to him because he's already blinded. But here goes his attack. Where'd my dice go? Here goes his attack roll. He is going to try to murder Ruger. Here it comes. He gets a 2 on his dice roll there.
All right.
All of his minuses. That's terrible. Man, I was really thinking he could have still killed you with that nonsense. But instead, that's going to be that's a not hit. Let's just put it that way. I'm not going to say what it is. It's a not hit. And then the other 2 guards. Yeah,
we should not be too happy. I think we should start thinning out the competition at this point for the ladies' marriage.
It's time to get busy. All right, so the 2 guards that are up there, Odin, the ones attacking you, is rolling a reduced die because they are blinded. Is going to get a total of a 10. Did 10 get you? All right, so no, I saw your lips say no, even though you're muted. And the other one is going to swing. Death Kiss, you ran. He swings where you were a minute ago, and it's going to miss. And then for his move action, he kind of like stumbles backwards to his back against the wall, and he's just standing there with his hammer in front of him, like trying to not get hit this round. So that's it. From downstairs, at this point, you'll definitely hear as someone downstairs tries to unlock that door. So that is where you are. So at the top of the order, it is Odin. Odin, if you want to make another attack roll this round, you can roll a D24 because Buddy can't see.
D4, okay. I got a 10.
You got a total of 10? Yeah, like
Yeah.
you cleanly hit him, but his armor takes it. Ding.
Okay.
He is still up. That is all good. So it is time for Ruger.
Yeah.
It's Rugen. It's actually Rugen. I keep saying Ruger because of my bad handwriting. Rugen, apologies. Rugen is up. Rugen, you have the giant has wiped the blood out of his eyes, but now it's dark. What are you going to go for?
So I'm going to I want to try and move around to the backside of him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to hit him with my swords again, but I want to try and do it in a way to try and get him to fall forward, to fall prone again.
Knock him
Like
prone.
maybe-
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and you sort of like dash around him and go for your attack.
All right.
Go ahead and go for it. And again, you can roll a d24. He can't see.
My regular's a D16,
So bump those to a
D20.
d20. D20,
Yep.
yeah.
All right. So my primary attack, that is going to be 14, 15, 16.
Take +2. Also +2. He's on his knees.
That's 18 for my primary attack with
18
a
is
3
gonna
on
hit.
the deed die.
That is going to hit.
All right.
3 on the deed. Okay, so roll me your other shit. Let's get damage first. So check,
Okay.
see if your other one hits as well.
My second hit clears that. It's even higher
Beautiful.
than that.
Yeah, so roll me damage twice.
All right. My damage is going to be 9 on each one, so 18 altogether between the two attacks.
Outstanding. So at this point, he shrieks. Like, he's still up,
Nice.
but like he's on his last leg. And in your professional ranger opinion, he is not going to survive another blow of that kind of that kind of intensity. You only got a 3 in your deed die. I'm going to give him I'll give him a fortitude save to keep his feet.
Okay.
18. You did 18 points of damage. Here it comes. Yeah, he rocked that out with a 20 on the numbers. I
Yeah.
could have. Where was that 20 when I was trying to kill guys a minute ago?
Right.
Come on now. Where's the love? All right, so he whacks you with that thing, and he is now prone on the ground. He eats it and is hating it. So that's it. So Jack, it's your turn. Jack, what's it gonna be?
I'm gonna silently, quietly sneak into the darkness, and attack the giant with my spear.
Okay, go ahead and give me that attack roll. Add your backstab, add additional +4. He is prone.
That's a 1 on the die.
Man, remember that whole you talking crap about how lucky you are at backstabbing stuff? Remember that? Like how young and innocent we were back in those glorious days. Oh, that's
Let's
great.
see.
Get that fumble tag on there. Don't forget
see
your
my-
mod.
What's my fumble die at level 4?
It's your armor.
Oh no, I got the armor. 1d8. I got it.
Everybody say hi to Lenny.
Just about. See his face there.
Apparently, I don't use d8s often. Let me get one out of the bag here.
You or you both.
6. Ugh.
Ugh. Yeah, that's not great. Your weapon becomes entangled in your armor. You must spend your next round untangling them. In addition, your armor bonus is reduced by 1 until you spend 10 minutes refitting the tangled buckles and straps.
All right.
So armor class reduced by 1. Next round, you are stuck inside your own armor, which is just a drag. This is still anybody's fight here at this point. You know what I mean? Like this is going all over the place. But that's why we've got Dirts ready to do something awesome.
All right. I'm going to do the same awesome thing I've done the last 3 rounds because I am still concentrating on this spell. So we're still on a D24 for the attack, is that right?
D24 in the attack versus the giant, and you can take an additional +4 this round because he's prone. Seems like overkill, but there you go.
Well, you say that. Additional +4 is still only going to give me 14.
That's going to miss.
Okay, so the blade swings, misses.
It hits him in the back of his breastplate,
Sure.
his backplate armor. It hits, it just doesn't do any damage. But you hear a resounding ka-king. as it rebounds off of him. It is Death Kiss. It is your turn. Death Kiss, you are there in the darkness. You hear a lot of banging around out in front of you, but you can't see particularly well either out here. So,
I fumbled my way towards the staircase. I gathered that there's a little bit of light that maybe can guide me.
Yeah, if you get to the you can make it. There is light coming up from downstairs. So yeah, you can make your way over there. Go ahead and give me an agility check to do so. Just give me this is a low check, but there are high consequences if you F up. So go ahead and just give me a 6 or better on an agility check.
All right. That would be a 9.
Yeah, so you go over there, you almost step on the giant's hand, but the last second you just like literally step in between his fingers and then make your way over. So now you are next to the staircase, and yeah, there is some light coming up from downstairs, but it's pretty dark down there otherwise. So that is awesome, and the fight is going to continue. The let's see, it is their turn. So the two of them. Here's what happens. The two guards, Odin, the guard that was fighting you, is like tries to back away and make his way to the door. He's like, he doesn't like to fight in the dark thing. So you can take a free shot on him as he makes his way out of there.
26 again or 20?
24, yeah, D24?
Or 24.
Mm-hmm.
That is, let's see. That is 18.
18, that's going to hit. Give me damage.
Okay. Wheat. Wheat, 8.
Oh, nice. C'est très bien.
Merci beaucoup.
Ne faites rien. That's 8. Sorry, math. Okay. All right. So he is still up, but you slash him pretty good. But he makes his way to that door and gets to the door at the front of like one of the doors that's next to the altar outside, and like opens it up and makes his way out into the place. There's a little bit more light in there now. Now that he's opened that door up, because the exterior is lit, that has brought light into here. And at this point, it'll be a minus for the humans to fight. There'll be a minus because it's so dim, but it's not like it's no longer. It has wrecked your darkness thing. So you guys see that he has opened up one of the doors to the main part of the chapel, and now the light from the outside there is starting to pour in. So the other guard, now that he can see, he is going to run over. Yeah, man, he is going to go over and charge at somebody. I'm going to roll here. He's going to charge. Get ready for this. He's taking a minus with his Warhammer, but he's still in this fight. He is going to get a crappy 9. I am assuming that misses.
That doesn't hit.
Yeah, Warhammer comes at you in the dark. He is going to miss from that. The giant, for his move action, gets back up on his knees and is going to then try to hit. He is going to try once again to hit Rugen. Here comes that attack. So he can once again. He's going to still get a minus, but not a full die minus because there's enough light in here for y'all to see somewhat now. Yeah, he is going to hit with that. You are going to take the low damage of. That could have been worse. You take 9 points.
Okay, yeah, that could have been worse. I'll take that.
He hits you with his maul, and he's roaring, "Masters, come and save us!" And from downstairs, you hear someone trying to kick the door open. Here comes that check. They don't get that door open the first round. One of them kicks the mess out of it, and they don't get through. So it is the top of the round. It is the top of the round. Round 4. Odin, there is nobody in front of you right now. You are clear in this fight. What you see, the giant is not far from you. You see one of them is attacking and then you hear some slamming around from downstairs. Also, the one that you were initially fighting ran into the vestibule. What are you going to do?
I'm going to help Dust.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an attack roll on that one.
18?
Regular. Yep, that's going to hit.
Okay. Only for 1 point of damage, though.
Okay, you
Sorry.
slash the. That's okay. He kind of hisses you, and he hisses you. He hisses at you, but fight still continues. That was awesome. That was and it is Rugen. Rugen, your turn.
All right, so this giant can kind of see it's got its giant maul in its hand. So I'm going to put my next attack on its like its forearm, on the arm that's holding the maul, trying to like get it to drop its weapon.
Gotcha. You're gonna go for attack against his arm.
Yep. So my D die was only a 2, so that won't kick off.
What are you gonna do?
I'm still just putting damage on him, hopefully.
Okay.
So my first attack is going to be 19. I'm sorry, 19 to hit.
19 to hit. That's gonna hit.
All right, and that attack is going to deal 8 damage.
Okay.
Second attack, the 2 hit on that one is going to be. It's only going to be a 14.
That's gonna miss.
I need to burn some luck on that. I'm going to dump 4 luck on it. Is that right? Yep.
Yep. That's it. That's mighty. Roll me damage.
Yep. Dump 4 luck on it, and then my damage on that is going to be. That is going to be another 8 points of damage.
Okay, so turns out that was 4 points well spent. So
Good.
Rugen jumps up in the air and brings both of his weapons down on this giant's arm. You cut his hand off at the wrist, just come right through it. He's like, ah! He like screams and like he's trying to stop the blood, but he falls down and it's just too much, man. He dies.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right.
Well played.
Oh yeah. That was a good move. That was a good
epic.
move.
That was an epic.
Yeah, that could have gone a lot of ways, man. That was a lot of fighting in there. So well played, guys.
That was
well
good.
played. Yeah. All right, but fight is, let's not go patting ourselves back too early because this fight is still going on. Jack, it is your turn. There are, there are 2 of them on the inside there. What are you going to go for?
The door that goes downstairs that we went through, did it have a keyhole?
Huh. Give me a luck check. I hadn't thought about it. Roll D20, roll low under your luck.
10, under by 5.
Surely dang does.
I'm going to go lock both of them.
Okay, there's only one door to the stairwell. There's only one door. So you lock that door, chick, and you have locked that door there in the interior.
And there were 2 doors in that part of the
That's
chapel,
what
right?
the others. So on the
The
one
other
side
side.
of the room, there's a door going to the stairway.
Right.
On the other side of the room, there are 2 doors going to the chapel. So
Okay.
you're locking the one that's coming from the stairway. Is that correct?
Right. And then I'll
Yeah.
make my way towards the other one. Try to delay
Okay.
everyone entering as long as possible.
Gotcha. So you lock the one door, and then you run over there. And are you running over to the open door or the shut door?
The shut door, because I don't know what's on the other side of that one.
Well, both those doors lead to the chapel, the main area of the chapel. Like you can see that. Yeah. So.
Yeah, the shut door.
Okay, you run over to the shut door. No problem. All right. So that is that for Jax. So it's time for Dust to do something Dust-tastic.
Okay, so this guy swung at me with his warhammer. It missed, and then Odin hit him. So I presume I've still kept my concentration on the spell. His attack that misses doesn't disturb that, right?
It does not.
Okay, so I'm concentrating on the spell. He swung at me, and I'm going to sort of point like behind him. I don't know what whether he thinks I'm going to try and distract him, and I'm going to then bring that swinging executioner's sword, which I have magically conjured. That is going to be a 18 to hit.
That's going to hit.
And I'm going to slash him at the back of the head for 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. All right, Kathoosh. He's still up, but like that was terrible. He's like staggered from that blow. Outstanding. Outstanding. All right. It is time for Death Kiss. So, Death Kiss, what are you gonna do?
Okay, so Chris already took care of, or I should say, Jax already took care of the door that the soldiers are banging, right? The one,
Yeah,
So
I locked the one downstairs, and now I locked the one upstairs as well.
but they're still
They're down
trying
there somewhere.
Yeah, they didn't get through that door. They didn't get to the door downstairs in the first round.
Mm-hmm. So that, but they might, do I think, like a quick evaluation, do I think it's going to resist even with the locked door, the pounding?
They'll get. I mean, there were 6 of them. They look burly. They will get through it eventually. I mean, it's a matter of, kicking that door down. You think they're very capable of busting that door down.
Okay, so let's reinforce that a little bit. So I'll go down there and put a little magic in that door, so they keep banging on it, but they don't know it's protected by magic. So...
No, you'll have to do that on the top one because I locked the top door now. So they're downstairs and there's a door, and then the stairs and there was another door, and I locked that first one, and then I ran upstairs and now I locked that second door. So if you're gonna do it on the door upstairs.
Got it. Yeah, I thought there was only the one
Door
door.
2? Okay.
Okay, so
All right,
I
so
locked
you're gonna cast a ward portal on the door going to the stairway.
Exactly. Yeah, thanks for that.
Outstanding. All right, I got it open. Go ahead and give me a check.
I'm spell burning a little bit, just in case.
All right. How many points of spell burn are you gonna do?
A couple of stamina points, and make a sigil on the door, and I got a 15 plus 21, and plus the 2 spell burn, 23. Wow.
23. The portal completely disappears, leaving in its place only a blank space of wall for 2d6 times 10 hours. That is a trip. Wow, nicely done, dude. That's awesome.
Okay.
2d6 times 10 hours. Roll that up.
Outstanding. It's outstanding.
Yeah, that's hideous.
Well, that bought us some time.
Yeah, that'll buy you a minute.
Yeah, with a point of luck, I can push it to 2d6 times 10 days. Not sure I want that.
Yeah, think about that. I'm just saying,
We want to get to that bloke over there, right? I'm not sure.
Say again?
But we want to get to that guy.
Maybe, yeah. If
So
he
we
starves
haven't-
to death down there,
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, no, I'm not burning the luck just in case.
what's 2d6 times 10 days to, or plus 10 days to an elf?
Right.
Like,
Gotcha. All right. So suddenly, where there was a wall, now there is a blank wall. Where there was a door, now there is just a wall. That door.
I rolled a 7, by the way.
7 hours. Gotcha. All right. That's quite a time there. All right.
Have a nap.
I know we can get lunch. Okay. So Bruce, while you were gone, you saw that. Death Kiss cast ward portal on the door going back to that stairway, and it becomes a blank wall and shall remain so for 7 hours. So that is where
Well
we
played.
are at. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, you guys might just get through this one, but we'll see. We'll see. We got the. We will. So fight continues. All right, upstairs. That one is going to once again. It's going to take a swing on Dust. Yeah, that's a 16. Does that get you?
It's going to sting.
Okay. Yes. All right. So you are going to take. He gives you 4 points of damage from his warhammer. Woo! The giant is dead. You hear the one out in the hallway yelling, "Help! Help!" And you see that he has run over and grabbed a lantern off of the walls and is getting ready to run back into the room with that lantern. So we'll, and then downstairs, here comes that strength check. Yeah. So now they get 17. Downstairs is your kadoosh as the door downstairs is kicked off the hinges.
A little surprise you're going to find.
All right. So we will see what is going on beyond that. All right, so it is Odin. Odin, you are upstairs.
Right.
There is one left in there. You're actually already facing the same one as fighting
Yeah.
dozens.
So I'll try to hit him again.
All right, go for
Hopefully
it.
with a little bit more than 1 point of damage.
Come
oh,
on, I
no.
believe
Never
in you.
mind. No.
Not so much.
Yeah,
All
we'll
right, you
just
go
pass
over-
my turn.
You go ahead there and swing, and that's not going to do it. That's all right, though, because Rugen is going to do something awesome.
So there's one dude left. I'm going to run up to him with my 2 swords and try to run him through.
Gotcha. Remember that you just dropped down that he, you're a different D die for this guy.
Yep, absolutely. So, swing number 1. My D die is a 4. That hit is going to be a 19.
That's going to hit.
And the damage on that is going to be 9 points of damage on that first hit.
Okay, make your second shot.
Second shot is going to be a 19 as well.
Yep,
And
that's also going to hit.
the damage on that one is only an 8.
Well, only an 18 to really got the job done over there. You run up with that one and you just slash him with both your blades. He staggers over there. He makes one look over. He looks up at Odin and Durst and is like, and then collapses. Kaboosh.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. So it is. That was Rugen. Is Jax? It is your turn, Jax.
That was the last guy, right? Up here?
Yeah.
currently?
The one guy. So you're over there by the closed door.
Right.
You see a light source start to come there. Like you see the glow of a light start to like go up as the one is starting to. He grabbed a lantern off the wall in there and getting ready to run it back in here, not knowing that his buddy is dead, or maybe he keep running. Who knows?
How far is he away right now?
You can't see. You're actually at the other closed door,
Okay.
so you're not sure what he's up to, what he's about. You can estimate probably about 30 feet is your guess from the amount of light that's coming into the room. You
Right.
get a guess about 30 feet, but you can't quite. You know what I'm saying?
And this door that I'm standing at, the closed one, goes to the same place where he is?
Yeah. So there are two. There's like if you were standing in the main chapel, there's the altar there, and there's a door on the right of the altar, where the altar is, and a door on the left, and both of those doors lead to this room.
Okay. I'll just lock this door that's in front of me. Is there a lock on it?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll lock that and then move towards the open door.
Those keys are like one of the 9 rings. They've been so haha, they'll never get to us. All right, so you lock this door and move to the other one. And when you get to that other door, you see he's running up to this one with his lantern, with his warhammer in his other hand. He says, make your noise. And that is where we'll pick it up on their turn. But first, it's time for Dust. Do something. Dust brotherish.
So this guy's still in front of me with the warhammer. He's just.
Oh
hit
no,
me.
he got no. Rugen killed the guy. Rugen killed that guy.
Sorry, my bad.
No worries. No worries.
Nearest threat then?
The nearest threat. So there's only a wall behind you. You can see from where you are that the guard that ran out of the room is running back in with a lantern that he took off the wall and his warhammer in the other hand. He's about 20 feet away and getting ready to charge in. He's looking straight. He's looking straight at Jax, and he's gonna go over there and brain him.
I'm going to dump my spell and cast rope work, and I'm going to try and get him tangled up in a piece of rope.
Cool. All right. Make your spell check. No.
21 spell check.
Goodness.
You got it? Do you want me to put it up?
Yeah, you call it out. If you
I got it.
got it, you call it out. Yeah.
The caster summons a rope. So, as above, but that's an existing rope or a summoned rope to entangle one target. Command the rope to rise in the air, can rise straight up at an angle, hang in the air horizontally. It does not need to be anchored. Will support up to 400 pounds without being anchored. Can be climbed. So what I'm going to do basically is make a rigid, like a tripwire. I'm going to try and sort of clothesline him.
Gotcha. Clothesline. All right,
Yeah.
cool. Well, he's running at you full speed, so I'm going to give him a. Gosh, I guess a reflex save versus your spell check is the only thing that is for it.
Sounds fair. Yeah.
Come on, not
Roll
not
high,
to
Brendan.
him. I actually got a 16, but no, he can't.
good.
Ah! So he gets repelled by your rope. Give me a luck check, Bruce. Roll d20, roll low.
Yeah, I'm under. That's a 3
Yeah,
against
and actually catches
whatever I've got
him.
left.
His feet keep. He like whoa, takes him off his feet. He like lands on his butt. You know, that was some Three Stooges action. As this rope just caught him up there. All right, that's cool though. So good move, and it's Death Kits, and it's your turn.
All right, so there's still the door at the far end, right? The mysterious door. Is there?
There's the door that went to the stairway is gone. That has disappeared.
Right.
It has become magic light. There's two
Right.
doors there that are leading out into the old chapel.
Right.
Jax locked one the other day.
Right. It's just that I thought there was.
round.
It's just that I thought there was yet another one at the.
No.
Okay. All right.
Downstairs. I think you're thinking of the door downstairs. The mysterious
Yeah,
door on
yeah.
the far side of their little meeting room down there.
Mhm. Okay, so in that case, well, I go check at the far towards the chapel. Do I see more enemies coming in, or?
Yeah, you walk up there to that door and you do not see anybody else coming in at this time. No.
Okay.
You
All right.
see one guard laying there on his butt, like inarticulately grumbling and hollering with his rope horizontally.
Okay, maybe we should pull him in and lock the doors after that, right?
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah. So I'll make good use of the rope work and then get into the hallway or in the altar zone and pull in the guard.
All right, so you're going to run out there this round and grab him by the ankle, and then next round try to drag him in.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and give me this is like a grapple check, but since he's laying there, I'm going to say he can only roll a d14. So go ahead and give me a strength check, and just a regular strength check.
All right. Oh, 19 plus 1, 20.
Yeah, I can't.
Nice.
I'm not even close. You go over there and grab his ankle, and next round you can start dragging him inside there. He's like, ah! You've only got him by the ankle, so he can still do something. He's trying to hold that lantern up, and he's got his warhammer in his other hand. So that's not good as far as him, whatever's going to happen next. We'll come back to that. Okay, so I got this. So, no, yep, that's right. It is their turn. So let me take a look here. Damn. Okay, so this round you hear the guy that you got by the ankle. He is going to try to swing at you from prone. You've got him by the ankle and he's prone, so I'm going to say he's only going to get D14 to hit you with his warhammer. He's going to get a total of a 9. I'm sure that misses. So he's like flailing at you while you drag him inside here, but he can't do it with that. He should have put a pole arm. He could have. And then you hear like through the wall, you hear everybody else coming up there. There is some discussion. You hear one of them like, "The door, it's gone." And there's some discussion going on the other side of the door over there. And that is where we are going to leave it. And we're going to say it's time to go up to the top of the order with, what the heck did I just do?
That would be
It is
me.
time for, Odin, your turn.
Right. So from my angle, do I see what Devkus is doing?
Yeah, you can see him from where you are. You can see that he's run over there. He's got a guy by the ankle. He's getting ready to
Yeah, I'll go help him out, even though I think that he's the biggest threat to win the princess's hand. So I don't like him. I'm gonna say that right now. I don't like him, but I'm gonna go help him out.
Well, that's the thing. All right, you're gonna go there and grab him by the ankle, and then you're gonna drag him inside. All right, so like,
Cross my blade.
Yeah, I will say that the two of you working together can, he already failed his check, so the two of you can drag him inside the room this round. He still has the lantern and he still has his hammer, but he's like, ah! So when he gets in there, the room is once again lit up as it throws crazy lights in there. But now you've got him inside that room there. Rugen, your turn.
So the guy they just dragged into this room, I'm gonna go stab him twice.
All right. You can go ahead and take 2. He's prone, so take +4 to hit him twice.
All right, cool. My D die is a 3, so my first hit is going to be 8, 13 to hit.
The headless Brendan.
Yeah, first one was 13 to hit.
13 to hit. That's with your +4 and everything.
Yeah.
That's gonna miss.
All right, so then I'll swing with my second hand.
Do it.
That is going to be. What's that? It's 12, 16, 18.
Boom. That's gonna do it. Give me some damage.
All right. That is going to be 6 points of damage.
Okay. He died.
Awesome.
That was really like a horror movie. You suddenly see these elves coming out of the darkness, dragging you.
Little arterial spray of blood. Yeah.
Yeah, like all of their prophecies about the elves are coming true today. So
We're right.
So we'll see what happens. So so that is it. But we got to stay in combat rounds because some stuff's fixing to go down. So it's Jax. Your turn.
That door that he just ran through, I close and lock.
All right, you close it and lock that door. So now you guys are all in darkness. So sorry about that.
I'm good.
Defkiss.
Well, the guy that they dragged in had his lantern, so the lantern is in there.
That's true.
Right?
Oh yeah. Lantern's
That's
there.
right.
Yeah, he's got a lantern. Yeah, it's kind of like it's sitting there leaning up against the wall right now, but it's still going. All right. So you close it and lock it. No problem. So it's time for does it.
Okay, but aren't we out of initiative now? No enemies? I mean, there's some.
We're in darkness and we're still in
We're not-
initiative.
Okay.
We're not out of initiative.
I'm
just trying to
going
limit the ways they can come at us by locking all the doors.
Oh no, it makes sense.
Well, I've got dark vision or infravision, right? So
Yeah, you can see. Well, there's a lantern in here now. The guy they brought in had that lantern. Yes.
I'm just gonna take a really careful 360.
About the room.
Yeah.
All right, so you look around the room. You hear on the landing. You hear people kind of like bumping around out there, but you don't know what they're doing or what they're about. All right, so there you go. All right, it is Deathkiss. Deathkiss, what are you gonna do?
All right, so I look around also towards the ceiling. Is there anything? Is there any chance like someone could?
No, you do not see anything above you at all. You don't see anything like that. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, so I actually go to the wall I just created and put my ear, see what they're mumbling.
All right. Yeah, there is some discussion amongst themselves. They're like, oh, and you hear the one voice. You heard the preacher down there yelling, and you hear him like, get out of my way.
Oh my God.
I shall, he said, the High Father shall take care of this for us.
Okay, so
Take your healing potions, everybody.
Right.
It's about to go down.
I move away.
Not a bad idea, is it?
I make some signs to my colleagues that things are going to turn south now.
All right, you're like, oh, okay, cool. All right, cool. So that is Defkus. And then you move away. So you go over there and listen, and then you move away. All right, gotcha. So here is what happens. Okay. Once again, you hear that booming voice just like he was downstairs. He's calling out, "Oh, High Father, hear my plea." All right. Yeah, so here is what happens, okay? Suddenly, you hear a sound like a chorus of angels. Oh! And, like suddenly, that whole wall, like all the bricks, like first the mortar around all the bricks blows. And then all of those bricks just fly away in all kinds of directions. And you see the preacher from downstairs, he is now standing there, like looking inside there as that whole section of wall has now just flown away. And he is bathed in like divine light. And he is like, "Elvish scum, I shall see you wiped from our earth today. This day begins the pogrom that shall see you all driven back into your holes." And then his other guys, the other 6 of them, run up and into the room. So the other guards down there are going to charge in. However, yeah, so they all charge. Charge up and into the room, but they got to run past him. I'm gonna say, yeah, it's gonna. This round, they all sort of like get up there and like line, like sort of like line up, on the because that whole wall is gone. So if you walk over to the one edge, you'll just fall down the stairs. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no barrier there anymore. So at the far right side of the room, there's a 20-foot drop at this point that'll drop you down to the landing in front of that door that you guys initially locked. You know what I'm saying? The whole wall has been taken away by divine power. I gotta say, as a GM, that's my first ever divine aid check for an NPC.
Oh, look at that!
I mean,
nice.
I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty excited for just the opportunity.
It's amazing,
Right?
something new for Brendan.
I thought it was a mega knock spell.
Goodness. No, he got rid of the whole wall. So, and that is what happened. So it's Odin. So now there are 6 guards there. They are fresh. They look at the other ones. They have that same kind of tabard as the ones that you were fighting. Also, there is their priest who is standing there in front of him, looking all angry. So what are you guys going to do?
I'm going to try to, since I lost my slave, I'm going to try to get another one. So I'm going to try to charm him.
You're going to try to charm the priest? Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead and make me that charm person check.
10.
Total of 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna miss. Spell's not gonna go off, and you are gonna lose charm person for the day. Remember, you can always get it back one time by casting. I'm
just trying to think. Maybe I should burn some luck then in order to get that a success.
How many points do you want to burn? 2 points will get you a minimal success.
Yeah, I want to burn 3.
3? All right. So that's a 13. Let me see what a charm person 13 gets you. Higher numbers, I know it. So charm person. All right. So single target will save or be dazed for 1d4 rounds. You got a 13, so a 13 is his saving throw. Here it comes. Oh man, he is. Oh, that's a 9. I looked at it upside down. I'm like, oh no, he actually made that. So he resists your spell, and he is like, your magic shit cannot work here. The High Father has determined it. We shall be. It is inevitable that we shall win and rule the world. And that was a good effort. And if you had charmed him, that would have been would have really changed things up here pretty good. But fight continues. It is let's keep going. It is time for Rugen to go. Sorry, that's my terrible handwriting again.
That's
Rugen,
all right.
I want to see you do something awesome.
Oh, you're going to get to see me drink a potion.
Rugen's drinking a potion. You'll get back 2 dice, and I will let you handle that, and we'll move on. It is
All
Jax. Jax the Lego Maniacs. What's he gonna do?
In hopes that this leaf has some other quality aside from leading to the danger, I pull it out and I blow it out of my hand.
Okay, they all look at it like, whoa! Like, what is this elvish, hideous power? And it flows right past them, like as if on a breeze that only the leaf can feel. It swoops past them, and then it goes down the stairs, and it winds up outside the door they came through.
All right.
All right, and that is what happens in that thing. It is time for Does It. Does It. It's time. They're a barbarian. Does it. What you gonna do?
I am going to cast Cloak of the Carnifex and disappear into the darkness. Darkness? Darkness.
Gotcha.
I'm going to spellburn
That says.
I'm going to
Okay,
spellburn 3 points. Take my stamina down, and I am. That's only going to make it an 18. Foes must succeed on a DC 15 will save to see or hear the caster, and that's D12 plus caster level rounds, which would be
You roll it up.
5 rounds.
All right, so Bruce, I'm gonna roll for the priest, the high priest. He fails, and he just disappeared in his eyes. Wah! And then I'm gonna roll for his guards. It's a 15.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so here it comes. My guards are gonna be on a +2. That's a no. No. 1 makes it. No. All right, so 2 of them seem to be able to see you. The other ones, you are invisible to all of the rest of them.
Okay.
All right. It is Deathkiss. Deathkiss, it's your turn. There's 6 of them here, plus their high priest. It's fixing to get ugly. What are you going to do about it?
Okay, I think I'm going to cast a choke cloud. Well, what do you guys think?
Sure.
Some luck I can direct it in case we.
I think that's.
I mean,
a good
you could spellburn to be sure.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
You could spell burn to be sure.
Yeah. So that's going to be a couple of points. Spell burn.
just a suggestion.
Yeah.
I mean, clock on the wall says, if you know what I mean,
2 toes off your foot. 2 toes worth.
Cool. Natural 20.
Okay, so double your level bonus. So normally your level bonus is +4, so add a total of +8, plus your stat modifier, plus the points that you burn, and tell me where we're at.
Okay, so it's 22. That'll be 32.
Ow.
Eh, boy. Okay.
Oh.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Okay, call them 3 toxic clouds of unmatched lethality. For each cloud, you can choose a size ranging from a single target to up to a 30-foot radius. Clouds targeted anywhere within 500 feet. They come from in existence, range from 1d4 turns. 1d4 turns. Ooh, Fortitude save or be killed instantly. Oh my god.
Oh man,
that's
that is
terrible.
amazing.
Yeah, that sucks. That sucks for bad guys.
Best net 20 ever right there.
Yeah, that's pretty intense. Dude, well done, bro. Well done. So you cast, you're like, ah! And these clouds come down. So the saving throw is a 32 save? Come on, don't save. Well,
is that
I mean, none of them can make that damn saving throw. I mean, not even, so yeah. So, man, okay. So, you guys see Deathkiss like, draws blood from his own body and throws it out there. And suddenly, where all of these guys are, there's just a wall of like these heavy green clouds. And for a moment, they all choke like, and like, the priest is like, "Oh, Father, protect!" And yeah, they all die from that.
Don't
No
look
one
in
can
the
make that
light.
damn saving throw.
That's awesome.
Well done, dude. Well done. All right, so
I'm like
Oh,
loading my
it's just-
crossbow. Like,
It's 3 clouds. I mean, I'm not sure I can. Can I affect them though?
you know what? You can place those anywhere within 500 feet, so you could actually send
Well,
those away.
yes, you're right. I can put it single target or up to 30 feet radius. Each
Yeah,
of
just
them, so-
go put it somewhere in the town. They'll find it.
Put it up in the air.
I'll put the third one in the town.
All right, so yeah, so I mean, you know, that lasts for a while. So you guys are, what are y'all gonna do? What's the plan here?
Well, we got to wait for the clouds to dissipate so we can go back downstairs, right?
Yeah, so you're gonna wait for the clouds to dissipate, and then
I can't. I can move it to the ceiling.
Okay, yeah. So you can
Okay.
send the clouds away, put them up in the sky. So let's like, send them out.
send it down the stairs ahead of us.
There's okay.
Not a terrible idea.
Follow that leaf.
Yeah, 50
Yeah.
feet around.
Well, while
All right.
he's moving those, I'm going to take another potion.
Go for it. Oh. All right. So you send the cloud down the stairs. You're gonna follow it.
Yeah.
You guys, it gets down to the bottom where that door has been kicked off the hinges. The leaf has already gone inside. You gonna follow it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm picturing this leaf in the middle of this filthy cloud, just like bobbling along. This is like the anti-Forrest Gump going on here, as this thing just like, you know.
It's a John Woo moment. Oh look. a
Yeah,
leaf
exactly.
flying
You know
on
what I'm
the wind.
saying? They're like doves fly out of the cloud. Ah, you know. Yeah, but it goes back to that the so-called mysterious door at the back of that room is where the cloud stops and the whatever. So what are y'all gonna do?
Well, why don't we move the cloud off the door so we can open the door?
Okay. You move the cloud off the door and open the door. So this door, if you can picture it, this door leads to an actual underground cave, okay? And yeah, like inside here, like this is like, it's not a huge cavern. It's about like 20 feet deep. Like it kind of angles down. And at the bottom of it, you hear somebody chanting something over and over and over and over again.
It's,
I will sneak ahead and check out the scene.
Okay, we're gonna leave the cloud outside for now.
Death.
Anybody
kiss
ever see
beneath-
Godzilla versus the Smog Monster?
No.
Okay.
It's a good one. The Smog Monster attacks the dance party. It's really fun. It's the pollution monster of Japan. I mean, don't watch it on my. It's an old Godzilla from the 70s. It's not great. Anyway, 60s. Gosh. All right. So you sneak down there. What'd you get for your sneak silently check?
18.
All right, Jax. You come down there and there's like a stone, like a stone opening in the end of the wall down there. There are torches out there by it. And the chanting seems to be coming from inside there.
I'll sneak a little further in hopes of seeing who it is, so I can. Did the leaf flutter down once the door's
The
open?
leaf is the leaf is actually like goes into that little slot there where this whole it's like a porthole about this big in the stone. There's no door, it's a portal, and it just slides right on through there.
Boy, there's this one too where I stuck my eye up to something like that and my head disappeared. But
Don't do that again.
I mean, the leaf didn't disappear when it went in there.
No, it just flew inside.
So you said there's like a frame, right?
No, there's like a stone wall and like a porthole, maybe 6 inches across.
All right, I will carefully put an eye
Okay.
in that hole.
Inside there is a lone figure. He looks disheveled. This place smells terrible. Okay, there's a candle in there. There's a guy, like a human being. He's dressed terribly. He's just like he's just dressed in really, really shabby robes. He's unshaven. His hair is like falling out and such. And he's chanting this thing to himself over and over and over again. Give me a luck check. Roll d20. Roll low on your luck.
Oh, I rolled a 20.
All right, you have no idea what he's chanting about, but he's in there by himself, like "Agadikadabada, agadikadabada, agadikadabada, agadikadabada." That's not what he says, but he says this one long phrase again and again and again and again and
again. You said he's human?
Also, he's human, and when you look through there, you see no way out of the room he's in.
Mm-hmm. I run back up the stairs. Send the cloud.
Send the cloud.
You know what? Actually, I feel terrible about this cloud. I'm really, distressed right now. People.
If the leaf went to him, send the cloud. Otherwise, we'll have to fight through a tiny little porthole.
So, what are you gonna do, dude?
The leaf actually pointed us to this place, right?
Yeah. Do you go over and take a look?
Yeah, I want to take a look.
You go over and take a look. So this, like I said, this guy is in an actual cell. Like his little stone room in there might be 8 foot by 8 foot. There's like a sleeping mat. You look inside there. The leaf is just kind of blowing around his head. He's taking no notice of it. Give me a luck check. Roll a d20. Roll low on your luck.
A 2, so made it.
So when Princess Erlani came over and whispered in your ear, she said, "You might need this. This is a part of my father's true name. And I sensed that it might be important." And she spoke it into your ear. And that is what this guy is saying over and over and over again. You believe that he has somehow divined the king of Elfland's true name.
Oh, okay. So he's trying to make. So I turned to to my friends. What did the queen whisper to you, or the princess? Did she tell you also part of the king?
Nobody else got a part of the true name. Everybody else got a different message. It might come up at some point in the adventure, but nobody else.
Okay, yeah.
Nobody else was told anymore.
When I mentioned this, everyone else, is blanks. Okay.
He's trying to bind the king of Elfland to something nefarious. Kill him with the cloud.
Yeah.
In the cloud.
I do it.
Jax the murder hobo.
I've been trying to resist all this madness against humans, but I'm actually the worst. Yeah, I put the cloud in.
Yeah, so the cloud goes in there. It puts pay to him in an instant.
Okay.
What happens to the leaf?
The leaf, you know what? The leaf now floats down to the ground. And now it just sits there.
Okay. So we move away. I move away the cloud so it can stay safely at the ceiling, and then we get in, right?
Well, there's.
The cloud just goes in that porthole and kills him. I mean, he can't survive.
Oh, but there's no way in besides. Oh, I see. Okay.
No.
That was a source of their evil power.
It appears that they have mortared him in here. He was an anchorite.
Oh, look at that.
Okay. So I guess the question is do we need to do more? Or do we need to see if we can find a way in there, like a hidden door or something?
Well, we have our way back with this scroll, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but the thing is it finished? I guess so.
I mean, we could take a stroll through town and see if they all really want to kill us or anything, and if not,
I wouldn't want to risk that.
Yeah, no.
I want to kill townspeople.
Just a suggestion.
Well, I guess.
All right, I take the scroll and I go back.
Okay. All right, so you're going to use the scroll and you're going to go home? Everyone's going to go back?
Yeah, we killed the guy.
All right.
Yeah, if
So,
the leaf is just, then I guess that's done.
Yeah. All right. So you guys go ahead and do this, and you wound up appearing like right outside of that magnificent throne room that you guys were in earlier. Jade carvings make it look like you're in the middle of this huge forest, and she's there on her throne, and her herald is there and is like, approach the dais, heroes who have returned. He can't believe you guys are all back. He's like, he says, tell us, what did you encounter across the sea?
Well, we found a giant town where everyone wanted to kill elves because they thought the elves were going to kill them. And we came across the temple. They had a giant. We
And
distracted
a high priest.
And a high priest. We distracted the giant so he could sneak in. Then we killed the giant and a bunch of their acolytes, and our home slice Devkus here melted their high priest. And then we went downstairs, and there was a dude who was holed up in a wall that the leaf floated to, and we killed him too.
He's like, Devkus, is this true? You killed the priest and ended this threat to our existence?
I killed him, yes. But I think what I found in this trip is shame and embarrassment. I think I cannot accept any reward for this trip.
Spoken, and then the princess speaks for the first time, and she walks over to you and like takes one of your hands in both of hers, and she's like, spoken with honor, Devkus. Know that you shall always have the friendship of our house.
What you use the biggest threat?
So she turns to the rest of you and she says, that being the case, I have made my decision. Everybody, make me a luck check. Tell me who beats it by the most.
Oh my gosh. My luck is 8 right now.
Fail.
I got a 2.
Got a 4.
How many did you beat it by?
I
with
beat
a
it
2,
by.
how many did you beat it by?
I beat it by 6.
Okay, and Raven, how many did Odin beat it by? Was it 5?
7. I beat by 7.
She goes over and puts her hands out to Odin and says, Odin, of all those here, you were the one, she looks over and she says, it would be, she says, Devkus handled himself with honor. She says, it would have been, it would have been good to have wed our 2 houses. She says, Jax, you have, you certainly, Jax.
Indeed.
It was never going to be you.
am.
You know that, right? Yeah, you know this. And she says, Rugen, I don't think a city could ever hold you. I don't think a city could ever keep you by the things.
But
she says,
fair.
She says, but Odin, it was always going to be you. And
No,
she takes up and she says,
can I change my mind?
No thanks.
It's because she brought the gems. It's all because of that.
Yeah, it's all because of the shiny. I'm a
first
woman.
day.
I'm a woman. I know it's that, glitter, shiny stuff. I know.
no, you don't understand. All of these people could have been my allies, but you have my love. Will you be the princess consort? Will you be mine? Take me to wed?
No.
Then I shall marry none! And like suddenly the wind gets all crazy. And the world shall feel the wrath of my anger. And all of you shall suffer for it. Go forth from my palace now and never darken my door again. Except you, Devkus. We're cool.
Right. She doesn't want you to cast Kill Cloud on her.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Killer
she
clouds
angrily-
from outer space.
Heartbroken and angry, she sends all of you off, and which will turn out to have great consequences for Elfdom, for the world, and for all of you personally. But that is a story for another day.
That's awesome.
We'll go ahead and stop here. Thank y'all very, very much, and I appreciate it. It was wonderful playing with you, If you guys are still watching at home, thank you very much for tuning in. I had to get very involved in that combat, so I haven't been on the what do you call it for a minute. But
Chuck and I are going side questing.
Yeah. Jackson,
side question.
And there's a lesson to be learned here, right? Women don't take rejection very well.
Neither does the desert elf tribe.
Dun, dun, dun. Yep.
The worst.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, and thank you for watching back at home. 1,000 insane worlds coming your way. It's 11 down. 9,000 some odd to 990 or 89 to go.
That's job security right there.
There you
Absolutely. Well, wait for next week. We got something even more exciting. Thank you.
Are you still doing one next week, or is it Gen Con then?
Week after is Gen Con. Next week we're on.
it is.
I
Okay.
think. Is
Yeah,
you know what?
right.
I got
You're right.
my schedule. Next week is free RPG day. I might have. I might have free RPG day obligations, but I will double check and we'll post it online. But thank you all for coming and for tuning in, and thanks to all my players. Bruce, as always, co-host to co-host, my man. Thank you for setting all this up. We are so grateful to have you. We will see you on the next Insane World soon. Watch it. Thank you very much.
Good night, everybody. See you next week.
Thank you.